So how was your week, Britt?
Tell us.
No, it's not on.
It is. That recording light is red. It is. Come introduce
How was
yourself.
your week?
Come dance for the aunties.
It's month.
You have to speak into the mic. You can't shout from next door. Come closer here.
I've got short arms.
Let's call them
They call me old short arms.
Old short arms.
Yeah.
Short,
Ozzy short arm.
man.
Don't ask me a question and then keep taking the microphone away.
Well, then
Excuse me?
speak.
Finish your sentences.
Speak.
Speak up.
It was a hit.
I really can't keep up with this.
Speak up, dude. What the
You're
dude?
making me nervous.
Okay.
It was a good week. It was tough though. It wasn't. You start shove the microphone down.
Damn. No, I mean you can.
But I'm gonna have my dinner now and I'm gonna go to bed. But it was a good week. Thank you.
Okay, tell us about this good week.
Yeah.
What
Wow,
happened?
was it a good week?
It actually wasn't a good week.
Are you okay? Yeah.
Somber music.
Yeah.
So, must I tell you?
Yes.
I don't know. Are you going to take the microphone away again?
Well, it depends how bad was it?
No, it wasn't like terrible, but it was like month end, which is always a hectic work week. And then why are you all staring at me? This is
Because
really
you're
weird.
talking.
Is this how you do your
What must we do? Like,
podcast?
look at
You'll
the roof.
just stare at each
So look away while you talk.
Nobody look at Brittany.
Look away.
Even if you're listening to this, don't look at Brittany while she speaks.
I feel like three Stevie Wonders in the room,
I
the way
know.
our heads are moving
No.
around here, dude. And you're holding out a mic and somebody's actually speaking into it. Unlike Mariah Carey that just walks away, dude.
Oscar, you make me feel very uncomfortable.
I'm just holding a microphone
Like,
for
staring
you.
at you like-
Sorry.
Sure, it's not a microphone anymore.
No, I'm done. It was hectic. We did PBs at gym this week.
Peanut butters.
Yeah, PBs.
Hectic, dude. Which gym is this on to go?
Albert didn't run away with the weights.
Oh, he
Damn.
nearly did. He nearly ran into our coach's car
Oh,
with his
really?
weights. Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Because it was Max's.
I gave Oscar such a fright as well.
Talking
I
to the mic here,
scared
not into
nearly-
my drink, dude. Can I move that?
Like caught Albert's weight mid
Oh, really?
drop.
Oh, like a.
All 120 kilos.
And you just caught it with one hand, so casual, like with a hand.
No,
on the,
you know what happened, eh? I was sitting in front of him and he cleans this thing onto his chest. Like a stands up. And he jerks. Not like by his
Damn,
hips.
dude. That's why
but
you
like-
almost dropped it because you just started jerking.
Yeah, no, this was wild.
Hectic.
He fucking jerks this thing up, and then all of a sudden it started coming towards me, and all I heard was Ave Maria. That's it.
Did it go slow?
Ave Maria. But then I like stood up because I was like, oh, fuck, this is actually coming towards
dude.
me.
That's
But
like
he saved it. He dropped it before
Big
it got
brother
towards
reflexes.
me. Like Big Brother Africa.
That's hectic. Would it have hurt you, Albert?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Me?
Yeah, would
If
it
I
have
dropped
Yeah.
the weight
Check
on
Brittany's
Oscar,
gnarly
would it-
bruise.
No, would you have dropped it on you?
No, I dropped it in front of me.
Oh, so you weren't.
Let's
He
see.
wasn't actually saving you from anything. He just.
Oh, no. He was saving himself in case.
Oh,
in
man!
case
I
it
thought he
went
was
to-
being considerate.
No.
Wait, show me your bruise.
Yeah, that's from dry needling.
I hate that. That's gross. Dude.
Have you gone for dry needling
That is
before?
fucking gross.
Talking about the bruise.
Well, is wet needling when they like put it in their mouth first?
Yeah.
Like when you pump up a soccer ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to make
You have
sure
to wet
that
the
it's
nozzle.
lubed. Yeah, otherwise it's not going to go in properly. Just
No, I haven't been for dry needling. I've never been to
also
Uber
known,
driver before.
also known
Okay,
as
next topic.
also known as acupuncture. Brittany, thank you very much for your feature.
Thank you.
No, enjoy your pizza. You can stay here and eat. Are you sure? We can do an ASMR.
And asthma.
Thank you.
Dude, I thought you were trying to make yourself gag, dude. I
Brittany.
thought you were going for a TC here. This guy stuck his finger halfway down his throat.
No, he was up to his wrist.
Tickle the dangling thing at the back of my throat.
It's
I
like
don't know
the
the
top
lyrics.
line of my finger. I don't know.
Bro, look how long the tip of your finger is, dude.
We really
This is another nipple story, is it not?
Long nipples, long fingers.
Long fingers, long nipples.
So
Yeah,
he's
that's
only
actually...
he's only got long, his finger is only long from the last joint.
Yes. Like an eye. One of those freaky little fucking
Yeah, you
nahapis.
look like an eye. Like Chloe.
Man. Oh, yeah, Brittany, would you rather have fingers as long as your nipples or
No,
nipples
this
as
was
long as your
like
fingers?
5 podcasts ago, and I'm not answering that.
No, you
No,
have
but
to
still,
answer.
you
it.
have to.
Wait, tell me the question again.
Fingers as long as your nipples or nipples as long as your fingers?
This is for science. There's a guy that's going to write this down
Quick,
as
gun
part
to
of the
your head.
results.
Gun to your head. Gun to
Don't
your
think about it, just fucking answer.
Do the figure.
The Finkel. Do the Finkelsteins. Kill me.
Do the figure nipples look like fingers or like nipples though?
Like nipples.
But it's just going to be like this.
Your nose is going to start bleeding if you think about this any longer. I swear to God. Like
Never
clear
in my life.
liquid coming out of your nose.
Never in my life have I had somebody think, do the nipples look like fingers? No, or are they just really long nipples? Like, imagine you've got these nipples that look like a finger.
But they also function like it.
Oh,
Like you
no.
can just hold something there, dude.
Yeah,
Imagine.
I like it.
Oh,
I
this is
wouldn't
where I
have
keep
to
my
li-
chopsticks.
I wouldn't have to lift my hand to scratch my belly. It
Bro,
could just
imagine.
be like,
Do you think it would have a nail on the end? And then you have to clip it.
would it?
Would it, Brittany?
No, I don't want fingers or nipples in that case.
Just fucking remove the whole thing.
Yeah.
Remove it all.
Yeah.
Remove my front.
Boxing gloves and no nipples.
So you'd rather have no nipples and no fingers. That's
Wow.
fucking hectic, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Never thought about that one.
That's
Albert,
hectic.
I know we've already asked this question. Anyway, what did you learn anything fun this week? Oh, okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Good
sure.
chat.
Hectic.
How was your tuna pizza?
No, it wasn't tuna, man. It was tuna.
sorry.
Tuna mayo.
Tuna man, it was tuna
Tuna
fish.
mayo.
The only fun thing that I learned this week was from.
We can't hear you when you shout from the neighbor's house.
You need to speak into
That
the
thing-
microphone.
Come
You
a
need a
little
better
closer.
microphone.
Stand
I'm
up.
joking.
You heard it first, Road. From Brittany's professional
dude.
opinion.
Hectic. I guess there goes that
Um,
sponsorship.
No, this is too much pressure.
No. Come tell us this fun thing that you
I know,
learned.
but the fun
Come
thing I
stand up in
learned-
front of the aunties. Tell them your joke.
The fun thing that I learned was what you guys spoke about in your last podcast.
Oh,
so I
well
can't
then
bring
fuck
up
it, dude.
again.
We've already spoken about
Yeah,
this. I'm
that's what
joking.
I'm
Wait, tell
saying.
us. Which
No,
one?
About the wombat.
With the square poop.
Yes.
The cube poop.
And it's like, how many, like 80, what?
80 to
Did you hear that?
cubes.
That was a burp inside my throat, dude.
Yes.
I can't burp. I told you we covered this last week. It just makes noises like this.
Yeah. Clever girl.
Did you hear
What the
that?
fuck did that
There's
sound like?
bubbles in the bottom of my throat,
That
dude.
sounded like Godzilla having a shit.
It was bubbling in his tum tum.
Thank you,
Dude,
Brittany, for your
actually,
highlight. Thank
How
you.
big would
How big
would
would
his poops
how
be?
big would Godzilla's poo be? I think it would be like the size of a mini. No, thank you.
No, I mean you don't have to.
I think that's a good. I mean, a Fiat.
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 No ways, dude. Do you know how big? What, like one little piece of it?
No, really, like Fiat 500.
No, dude. I think it would be like a bus, dude. Yeah,
Bus.
a bus.
That's a
How
bus,
very
innit?
dare you?
That's a bus, innit?
That's a bus.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
I think like a bus, dude.
Okay.
You know how big that oak is? It's as tall as a building.
Okay, maybe like a Fiat Dupla. What's that one that looks like a turd?
Bro, like Godzilla's not the size of like a giraffe, dude. Sorry, Godzilla's
but
talking
what
as
size?
well.
Giraffes don't shit out minis.
I know, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
be
a
much
lot
bigger,
smaller.
dude.
Dude, an elephant shits out a fucking like a big cricket ball.
Yeah, but not just one and then fucking carries on.
Okay, let's say like a soccer ball.
What, Godzilla's poop?
No, fuck me. No, an
No,
elephant.
thanks. No, dude, think about it. Godzilla as big as like Empire State Building.
Okay, yeah, but plot twist. He does shoot out little fucking soccer balls. And
Imagine,
it's just like,
dude. Like,
at pace though. At
what,
pace.
what's it like?
Just like,
spin-
and it
and
comes
then
out
there comes a South African game ranger that's like, oh, you put it in your mouth and you do this with your tongue
and you,
and you spit it across and,
And
you see
then-
how fast you can
and that
get.
thing just fucking multiple, not just one. Multiple
that would be a mess,
soccer-sized, soccer ball size.
and then you
it's
know what
just
you
like-
could do? You could collect them and put them in vases at a like wedding.
No, you play Super Disky.
It's good. It's good, dude. Repurpose.
You can call it the shuttling gun.
But listen,
That was a good
yes,
one.
as Albie loved it, dude.
Thank you, Albert. You support me in my
He
life.
can't even breathe. Check.
The
He's going to
shit
try and drink with a smile. No, but have you ever done the bokdrolletjie like shoot thing?
Yeah, bokdrolspoeg.
Bro, that's.
I've never gotten very far though, I will admit. I think it's just an excuse to watch.
Eh?
Do you remember the length?
No, I haven't done it. I'm not putting something shit in my mouth, bro.
Kind of weird. White people won't do that, but then they'll fucking eat anchovies. Hey? What the fuck's up with that?
No, I'm not putting that in my mouth, but
Yeah.
to go and lick somebody's butthole.
I was
dude.
going to say, won't skydive, but you'll eat ass.
Yeah. When you eat the end of a banana,
Yeah, true.
that
Satan's
little black
anus.
bit, that little thing all the way at the end. No,
It's
won't
actually
touch
called
that.
Satan's anus.
But somebody will stick their tongue inside somebody's anus, dude, in their rectum.
True.
But they'll
Yeah.
chuck away that
Yeah,
last piece of
that's very
banana.
true. Yeah.
Oh, that apple's got a little bit of a bruise. Pass me that booty
Sus.
hole instead, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck that apple.
Yeah.
Well, I
that
wouldn't
apple.
because it's bruised.
Chuck that apple, booty hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's quite intense, eh? I
It's-
never thought of
it's-
it like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's true.
So now you're going to do both.
Don't lick like floors and doors and shit like that because there's germs, but booty hole,
Yeah.
clear.
That's, yeah.
All gas, no brakes.
I hope there's fucking no gas and no brakes, dude. None of the above.
All gags, no breaks. Okay, but
Yes. 11 minutes
what
in.
did 11 minutes in? We're
And
already
scene.
talking- yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Chaos.
No, but seriously, what did you learn this week, Chris? You said you learned quite a lot, eh?
Yo, so I've been doing this thing where I've like built up this prompt on ChatGPT to teach me something every single day. So it's like a new topic and a new subject. And I've learned like quantum physics, existentialism, bioluminescence. I learned about that's fucking cool. There's
I've
so many cool
experienced
things.
bioluminescence.
Have you?
now
Tell
that
us about it,
mention
dude.
So in Port Shepstone, Albert will also know this because yeah, we went to the same place. But Port Shepstone, there's
We're related. It was a family
yeah,
trip.
it actually wasn't, but there's a beach by Port Shepstone. And at night, because of the phytoplankton and stuff like that washes up onto the beach, you can go for a walk. And as you walk, you'll actually see your footsteps light up, which is quite cool.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Do you
but
know why
also-
that happens?
But also, like, just
Okay.
before we
Just-
get into
yeah,
why
I mean,
it
just
happens,
fucking
sorry,
you talk
yeah.
about whatever you want to talk about.
No, because it adds to the story. When I was
Sure,
on the
sure,
boat doing the Cape to Rio, when I was on the boat, we saw it every night. And,
What? You're right, dude. All night.
We saw it every night because, like, when the waves, because there was nothing around us, it was just
Yeah.
the ocean. So when the waves would crash onto themselves, obviously, or the swell would come down
Crash
onto themselves.
into me. That's what the waves say, dude. That's what the beach says. Okay, sorry. Carry on. Dave Matthews Beach.
No. Dave Matthews Sand.
Oh my God, this is fucking terrible. Okay, carry on with the story. Why did you stop us, Oscar?
No, so like when the swell would come down, then you would see it all over. The whole ocean would just be lit up with this
And is
stuff.
it as
And then
crazy as
also-
what it looks like in pictures and videos?
It is, because the thing is also you have a 360 dome of stars, right? Because there's
You
no
one of
light.
them.
There's no light.
Oh, we live in a dome.
No. What I'm saying is
They're
like
all lights.
you just see the horizon and it's circular because there's nothing else. There's no buildings. There's no land
Yeah,
to
that is
see.
cool.
There's no light pollution. There's no frame of reference. So it literally is just you see basically, the circular world. And then you just got this dome of stars above you because there's no light pollution. So not like half of it isn't stars and then there's a little bit of stars. It's literally the whole sky is stars. And so like with that there as well, it's pitch dark and the waves crash and you can barely see like in front of you, you can barely see the boat type thing, and you just see this bioluminescence come in and it's insane. And also when they like crash up against the boat, and it's just this like wave and splash of bioluminescence and it lights up like the whole ocean. It's insane.
It's so
really,
cool.
really cool.
So do you know the science behind it?
It's got something to do with chemicals.
Yeah. So
And what they
luciferin
eat.
and luciferase.
Okay.
So
Are they sisters?
So the light is produced by a reaction involving a light-emitting molecule called luciferin and an enzyme called luciferase. When luciferin reacts with oxygen, it's catalyzed by the luciferase, and then it produces light.
Is that like the same as a glowworm's butthole?
Yes.
So then is that why it's like every time it breathes because it's getting oxygen in?
Yeah, well, it'll use the oxygen. So I think there's a way, like, I mean, I didn't go into in-depth studies about like a glowworm's butthole, dude. I don't know. I'd rather eat a bruised apple, dude.
Hey, fair enough.
No,
I don't have time to eat a bruised apple.
No, so like what I like about this whole thing with ChatGPT is like you can ask it questions and it doesn't get irritated with you. So like if I was speaking to a scientist about bioluminescence, they'd probably be like, this fucking idiot.
Yeah, they'd look
and stop talking to me.
They'd look at you the same way that you just looked at me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So so the questions I ask is like I asked it with like bioluminescence. I was like, have we discovered how to use bioluminescence to create like sustainable lighting? You know, like to illuminate our houses, our cars, all of this.
But
and
it's
they
illegal.
are.
It's illegal.
That's why.
Because you can't colonize fucking fireflies.
No, you don't have to. You just harvest luciferin and luciferase.
Yeah, but from where? From
It's chemicals.
Glowworm buttholes.
They just grow, dude. Like cow meat.
What?
It just grows, dude. You don't.
Luciferin and Lefraise does not just grow, does it?
I think it is a naturally occurring substance. It's not like they go and harvest it and then you just take in there. Like,
But why did they say that you why did they say that you can't do it?
I didn't say that. You said that.
Yeah,
You literally said that, dude. You're like, you can't do
Chris
that.
was
It's
like-
fucking illegal,
Chris
dude.
was like, you can, and you were like, no, you can't because you can't colonize.
Yeah, I was trying to
This man's. I told you we didn't have to be here for the podcast. This
just trying
guy's
to
just
make
going
a
to run
joke.
around the table and answer his own questions.
Yeah, I was just trying to make a joke, okay? Listen, I know 12 flat, but please, okay.
So,
No, but why haven't they? Have they?
so I asked it. Okay, just relax, just breathe, dude. Deep breath. Go get another glass of water, dude. It says the intrigue around bioluminescence as a pathway to more sustainable lighting solutions reflects a growing interest in biomimicry. I think I said that right, but I like hung onto the It's a little bit fucking long, dude.
You pronounce
Biomimicry.
each M very
Biomimicry.
singularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biomimicry. I can't. I'm gonna fucking
Now,
stop.
yeah, your first
The
one was good.
practice of learning from and mimicking strategies found in nature to solve human design challenges. So that's where like my focus started like honing in. But by studying bioluminescence organisms, scientists and engineers hope to develop new lighting technologies that are efficient, less harmful to the environment, and do not depend on fossil fuels or other non-renewable energy sources. For instance, research into bioluminescent bacteria has explored how they might be harnessed to light up streets or buildings with minimal energy use. So they have started
Fair
studying
enough,
it.
nice, yeah.
And that's in bacteria.
That's very cool.
And bacteria can't like scream when you hurt it. So fuck it, dude, let's use them. You know what I mean? I get a high five there. Let's do it. Yeah. Fuck him, dude. No, you're saying no.
No,
It's
I'm not
2v1,
gonna-
dude.
I'm
You're
not
gonna have
fuck
to.
a glowworm.
Not a glowworm, dude.
Jesus Christ, dude,
Bacteria.
That's so much better. That makes
dude.
me feel so much better.
That is better, dude.
As Chris says, you can't hear them scream, so it's okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So can I actually talk about what the subject I wanted to talk about?
No.
Okay.
Cool. Anyway, no, I'm just joking. Tell us.
So quantum mechanics. I've been
Yes.
like ready to get into that because I think it's profound. It's crazy.
They work at Toyota.
Quantum. So there's one part of like the basis of quantum physics, and it's something called quantum entanglement.
Yes.
So what quantum entanglement is like two particles when you like play with one of them, there's an effect on the other one, right? So
Like-
there's two particles, and if you manipulate one, the other thing is affected.
Kind of like chaos theory, but not.
Yeah. So like the crazy thing is that these two things don't have to be in the same room. It doesn't matter about the distance
Yes.
between these two things. You can have one on the moon,
Yeah.
one particle on the moon, one here. When you manipulate it here, on the moon, immediately
Yeah.
something else happens.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like flipping a coin here, and if you flip it on heads here, and it'll immediately land on tails on the
Oh,
moon.
so
sort
it
of
is
thing.
opposite to what happens to it here.
It doesn't have to be opposite.
It could be the same. So if you
Could be the same.
manipulate it here, saying, as you say, tails here,
Yeah.
that one could be tails, or is it opposite heads?
Yeah. So yeah, it just
So it
does it
could be the
affect on
same,
the
but
other?
with different repercussions.
yeah, but
so like the timeline is sort of skewed differently.
well, no. So I think like this is. I mean, we'd really have to dig into the production of it because
Yeah.
like Lola, she asked me on Twitter because
yes.
I've been putting these things up on Twitter and saying this is what I've been
yeah.
learning every day, and I'm just going to share it. And like
Yeah.
if people want to follow along. So she said, "Just like follow along." That sounds pretty funny, dude.
Follow along,
Follow
long.
Yeah, so she was like, "Oh, but do they just find these naturally occurring in nature?" So then I was like, "Oh, I actually don't know." So I asked ChatGPT, and it's like, "No, the experiments they've done, they've produced it. So they've created this thing, which is it means that it can naturally occur."
Is it a specific type of particle? Or is it
I don't
like-
know.
Or they're just talking about like particles in general?
Yeah, I mean, it can be particles, it can be subatomic particles, so it can be like protons, neutrons.
But it's
all
not like,
those things.
so when you say they've created this and it could be naturally
Yeah,
found,
so they just create like
does
a
that mean
pairing.
the anomaly in the sense of these two, you play with this one
Yeah.
does something. Okay,
That's
so
like a
that
voodoo
whole,
doll,
like,
dude. That's like a really
yeah,
easy
fair
way
enough.
of
Okay, so that whole
thinking
like
it.
anomaly or
Yeah.
interaction
It can
they've
naturally
created
exist.
and it can naturally exist. Fair enough.
Well,
okay.
that's like part of the quantum theory is that like any and all possibilities exist, sort of thing.
Makes
So
me so uncomfortable.
it's weird, right? So this like what did so Einstein called it like the spooky connection of things or something.
Yes. Like a ghost connection, yeah.
So my mind immediately went to how do they communicate instantly?
Yeah.
Like how do these two things
There's no
communicate
fucking
instantly?
Wi-Fi in space.
Like that's weird, right? Like that there's this immediate connection between two things, and no matter the distance between them, they can be on opposite sides of the universe. It's instantaneous.
So that's, it's almost like, like they talk about twins being able to communicate telepathically, sort of thing. But obviously, just if the one's on the other side of the universe and then they're like, hey,
We should try.
do a little jiggle.
Yeah. So like that's what I started digging into. That's what I started asking questions, and I was like, if we could harness the power of this connection, like think of the possibilities. Zero latency gaming, like instantaneous power, instantaneous everything. Like it's because it's lossless, right? There's
Yeah,
no loss of
supposedly,
energy
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's that quick. I mean, there might be, there should be.
How do they prove that though?
So I don't know. I think they did.
Or is it
there's the Boll
theoretical
theory,
physics?
the Boll experiment that they did. There is theoretics. Like
Yeah.
they prove the theory though.
Yeah,
That's the thing. Is like
yeah.
so they
Well, I
must
mean,
have
Einstein
manipulated
was a
stuff.
theoretical
Yeah.
physicist.
But they must have manipulated it without it having any physical connection to each other and measured the time that it took for something to react, and it was instantaneous, sort of thing. It does make me feel uncomfortable as well.
Uncomfortable.
But just imagine we could harness that type of connectivity. Like
yeah,
we could communicate with people. Elon wants to send these oaks to Mars. We
Yeah.
could speak to them in real time.
but
We
like,
could
that's the
watch
thing,
things
yeah.
in real time. Like there's no latency. There's no delay. Like
So my thing is, should we be able to? Because if you think about what we do now with the technology that we have, do you honestly think it would be used for good or more for bad?
man, like humans are innately terrible people, right? Well, I mean,
was about to
humans
say,
are
I mean,
people. So
Yeah, but there's obviously going to be those ones that use it for good, and then there's always going to be good and bad.
yeah, I'm thinking like education, all of those things, connectivity, worldwide connectivity, just like fucking
Yeah, so
sorted.
there's always going to
You
be
don't have
those
to lay
people-
down cables. There's like it's like it should be carbon neutral, really.
Yeah, it seems like it
Carbon
should be,
neutral communication because it's all natural. It's fucking crazy, dude.
That is wild. That is like,
So I want to like my mind went a little bit further when I was on the way here.
It hits my mind.
I know it's crazy, dude. There's such crazy things. Like they've also got something called quantum superposition, which means that something can be in any form, like gas, liquid. It can be in any of those things, in any position, any velocity, any energy level, until you observe it. Then it picks something.
what the?
That's crazy. Then you've also
Holy
got
shit.
Oh, this
That's
is like a Schrodinger's cat sort of.
that is it. That's a Schrodinger's cat is a perfect example of that. You don't know if the cat's dead until you look into the box. So like there's also
yeah, but imagine this thing's just like you see from the corner of your eye. I know this sounds very dumb.
yeah, but as soon as
imagine,
you
like, this
observe
thing's
it
in the box,
yeah.
and you just check it going like this, like going all mad.
You
and
wouldn't-
then
you
like,
wouldn't be able to
look
see
straight
anything.
at it. No, I know you
as
can't.
soon,
But
as,
like,
soon
if
as
you
you
could,
observe anything, even in your peripheral, then it's already picked a
already
state.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
You see, that for me is crazy.
It is crazy. But
But
this is
that
quantum.
means that all matter has a consciousness,
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
that-
a sense.
This is why quantum theory is so fucking crazy.
Bro, you're telling me my
'Cause it
butthole
challenges
can think
everything.
for itself?
Dude, there's so many things. So like there's also wave it's a wave particle duality.
Yes. Yeah,
so
that I've
things
heard
can
about, yeah.
behave like a wave and like a particle, like
Yes.
like music,
Well,
light
yeah.
refracts and
Yeah, and that's why fire. So there's technically 4 states of matter, which is it's
It is
solid,
four, yeah.
gas, liquid,
Yeah,
and
plasma.
then plasma, which
Yeah.
is supposedly fire. Which they, well, I mean, when we were in school, they were still trying to prove whether it's a thing or not. I don't know if fucking physics has changed around that.
oh
Excuse me at all. Sorry, I got a backfire there. I don't know if
Here's some
physics
Kruger's
is-
dog, dude. At the back end of breaths, that's what happens.
But but you see, like that makes me so uncomfortable because if you think about it, like if everything has a consciousness, you can't tell me that couch all of a sudden fucking melts when we're not here.
But it's
Maybe it
Chinese.
does.
But this is the thing: is like, but that's the theory. Is like you don't know the state of something until you can actually observe it.
But then why
'Cause
does
how
it
do you
choose
prove it?
solid each time? That's the thing.
But how do you know that it's solid until you touch it?
I'm
Right?
gonna-
Or until you see it.
I'm gonna break something if you keep asking me these
Dude,
questions.
dude, it is mind numbing. It's mind numbing. There's another one. It's was it Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which means that you can determine something's velocity and its position, like a particle. But the more you know of the one, the less you know of the other,
Hectic, yeah.
which is crazy. And then there's also quantum tunneling. I think that's the last basic of quantum theory. And quantum tunneling is that particles can move through each other. So like, think of me throwing a ball at this wall and instead
And
of
it
it
goes
bouncing back, it
through.
goes straight through. So it challenges like traditional science. But
Yes, yeah.
that's how you get things like, I don't know, I want to say x-rays, but like things that like move ghosts.
Like
ghost
advancements.
dicks.
That's how you get advancements. In like, what do you mean? In like the studies and the technology and stuff like that? Because
Yeah, all
it
of these things have
challenges-
contributed. All of
Yeah.
these,
Because
every
it
single one of these
challenges, you
theories is
say, the norm.
Yeah,
It challenges
that's
that.
it. Every one of these theories has, all the basics of quantum theory has advanced like medical science and
But that's
technology.
crazy though,
and
because
everything.
imagine like, I mean, yeah, I am taking a sip of water type thing, and across the world, the particle in the glass is like sister or brother or whatever.
So this is the
Partner
thing as well.
particle is
Yeah.
like doing something opposite.
I'm gonna
to,
fuck you up
like-
even more, dude, because
Wow,
like
that's rude.
no. So like
What room are you staying in?
it doesn't have to be in our universe either. So you start going into like multiverse theory and all of these
Okay,
as well.
Doctor Strange, stop
No,
now.
But this is
but
the thing:
yeah.
is like multiverse theory is born out of quantum
Yeah,
physics,
it
I
is.
think.
Then-
But that basically says that anything and everything exists at the same time,
how
and not
do-
at the same time.
I know this may sound dumb,
Your
but
past, your present, your future is all happening at the same time. It's fucked. It's crazy.
that's very poetic as well.
Oh shit, that is.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
So my thing is, where does string theory fit into all of this? Unless that's completely unrelated.
No, I mean, no, bro. Thank you. I think it is. I think it is related, but I haven't got onto that lesson. This fucked me up enough, dude. I was really digging into. So I learned the quantum theory, those 4 or 5 different principles first, and it took me through those, and then I was like, "This is fucking hurting my brain." Like, what's really nice is you can be like, "Explain it to me like a 5-year-old," and that's when it'll be like,
These-
"If I flip a coin here, and that coin will be flipped on the moon at the same time."
Bro, if I tell that to a 5-year-old, they're gonna punch you in the dick and then run away.
No, but I think that this
No,
is
yeah.
the crazy thing,
So
right?
there is a
I
book
think-
called Quantum Theory for Children.
Yeah.
And it's
I've got
it. Do you?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
don't you just read it?
Because I'm scared, dude.
You're
No, I
scared
did
Ben
start
reads it
reading
before you.
No, dude, listen, I did. I can't remember who bought it for us, but thank you. But like, I started reading it, and it's fucking complex. That is
Really,
not for
eh?
children, dude. Jeez.
Give it
But
to
this
Ben
is-
now, dude.
Dude, this is my thing, right? Do you think kids would understand this better than adults because adults are settling into like a more theoretical,
Yes.
traditional?
Proven though.
Yes.
yeah.
So
Kids
kids can
learn-
believe that shit because they don't
know.
they don't understand the limitations of the world yet. That's the thing. So they don't understand the limitations of physics yet. So that's why if you say to a kid, if you flip a coin here and there's a coin on the moon, which is its brother coin, and you flip it, or it flips at the same time, sort of thing, they'll be like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. How? And they're like,
Because everything is please.
yeah, I don't know.
Feels
It's
comfortable.
cool. Yeah.
So
Just
here's-
sounds right.
So this is where what I was thinking on the way here, right? So like, say we master this crazy connection between these quantumly entangled particles, right? And now we can speak across the universe instantly.
Yeah.
Say you come across another race, okay, like a human, like another humanoid form or whatever it is, like an alien race. Say they're more advanced than you. What would you ask them? Like, what would you want to learn from them?
Brandy. Do you guys have a nice brandy? Do you have a brandy special? No, I'm
So
kidding.
you've got one question to ask these
One-
homies, and they can give you the longest answer in the world, but you can only ask about one thing.
Okay, one question. So I get this from Love, Death, and Robots, actually, because for me it's a question that, and also I suppose Rick and Morty, it was sort of the same concept. But this idea of a not free market economy, I mean an economy where nobody has to work.
Yeah, that resource based. I think we spoke about that before.
No, not even resource based. Like I'm talking about, like you have to do nothing, but you have everything. So everybody
yeah.
has everything, but they have to do nothing. And like in a dystopian sense, it's similar to The Giver, where they've got what they need, but they have no wants because of their emotional withdrawals. But if we're talking about like in the sense of Love, Death, and Robots, it's when that sentient yogurt.
Yes, yeah.
And then it
Takes over
tells
the world.
everybody like, follow the step-by-step program, and then in 5 years you'll have absolutely no more money. Everybody will be rich. You know, nobody will have to work a day in their lives, sort of thing, and you'll have everything, and you'll just like live the best life. Like, how does us, or how do we as a like human race
Get away.
achieve that?
Okay.
So
That's a
how
long
do we
question.
achieve that? It is a long question, but you didn't say that the question couldn't be long either.
Just one. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do we
That's
achieve
interesting.
that?
How do we achieve dystopian living? I guess.
Not dystopian.
But like
So
utopian.
yeah, utopian living.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah. But utopian in the perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay.
But just to add to that, like I saw this thing the other day.
You can't ask the same question.
I'm not asking the same question. I'm just adding to it.
So now it's a longer question.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not adding
Let
to
me
the
write this down,
question.
dude.
Not adding to the question. But I just to like add to that sort of topic, I saw this thing the other day and it said, what if everyone on the earth just decided to stop paying?
Yeah.
What's
the consequence?
What would happen?
Riots.
What would what would people do?
We
And like, what could the governments do? They can't arrest everyone. type
No, they
thing.
can't.
And,
Like,
I mean, I know it's quite a broad question.
yeah, but
it is quite
it's
like
like the revolution, right? Like this
Yeah.
massive revolt. But it's a very fair question. I think we touched on it briefly. I think 2 weeks ago when we were talking about how the government, in my opinion, needs to start proving why it's important.
Yeah,
You know,
100%,
because
yeah.
we've got homeless people that are filling potholes and controlling traffic at traffic
Yeah.
lights. We
Yeah.
used to have the roads agency fill in those potholes, and we used to have pointsmen at the robots. We don't have
And
any
then
of those
even if
things.
it's nowadays, also if it's not even homeless people filling those potholes,
It's
it's
like
insurance companies
Outsurance
like
and stuff,
Hollard, Outsurance,
Yeah.
all those places now, and
Yeah.
it's like okay, cool.
So government involvement and infrastructure, not there. Power generation, we're starting to do that ourselves. Solar generators, all of those things. Water, people are digging boreholes, people
Boreholes
are
or
collecting
even rain.
water.
yeah,
So and then purifying water and stuff. I mean, you can basically take it towards yourself and do that as well. We take care of our own security. We have medical aid to cover our own medical costs.
Yeah.
We pay for schooling. Like, so for me, I'm like, where does the government actually come in? Like, Yeah, they're building roads and stuff. Yeah, sure, but I went down to Pennington in December, and they just flat out refused to pay rates. They collect money each month, and they pave it. They literally retard their whole roads. They take care of all the potholes. They cut the grass. They do all of those things themselves. So that's like proof to us that we don't actually need the government, because if we collect the money, we can do it ourselves. Like we've got the capabilities in each of our communities to manage it ourselves. Right? It's like micro governing.
So for us, I guess, we can do it ourselves. But then you see like most European countries, the government does pay for your schooling. They pay you monthly to go to school.
See, but if you didn't have to pay money to the government to do it, it's the same effect.
No, fair enough. Okay,
you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
So you're still getting your free schooling. You're just not paying for schooling and paying tax. Because we're paying double for everything.
No, 100% because of tax. Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like we could, like, theoretically we could handle everything ourselves. Like
100%.
This is what I'm saying. Like, now the government might have some part because they do foreign policies and import or whatever. That's all controlled by corporate for me anyway.
Yeah.
So,
and nowadays it's called living off the grid, but everyone can do it.
Everyone that's it. It's very achievable. It's not this shit that you see on like TLC anymore.
Alaskan
drinking his own
country
tea.
back men.
So what was your question?
So what's your answer or question to the alien gods?
Mine would probably be about more sustainable.
Cheese.
Sorry, I'm smelling a bit.
Maybe
of
they'll
toast.
know what that means, dude.
I'm
They're like, your
toast.
time's up.
I'm smelling toast.
No, time's
guys.
up. Sorry, we don't know what you mean.
That's it.
Looking at each other.
That'd be like a good question. Wow.
We should kill off this human race. I don't know.
He's a weak one.
He's given us all the information we need.
No, what is the most sustainable way for us to keep on living? Because obviously, we're in a global crisis of global warming, things like that.
Fossil fuel
a lot of
depletion.
scientists have proven that we actually don't have too long on the planet left because of our natural resources depleting and things like that.
It is, and like how everything's
exactly.
It's crazy.
Like a memory came up on my phone 4 years ago. I was in a jacket in Feb, and now it's 35 degrees, 36.
It's nice.
So I would probably say, like, it's a two-part question. Can we save the Earth in the state it is in? And what is the future, like, more sustainable ways to keep it going?
Like, I think we can definitely save the Earth.
100% we can
because
now,
the Earth is fucking resilient. We fuck it up
100%.
every single year.
But
and
that's
the
why
Earth is just like, okay, guys, I'm going to still try my best.
But that's why
you guys are hurting me now.
Have you seen? I mean, that's why.
Settle down.
That's why the planet Earth has had so many major events in its life. The Ice Age.
Seven major.
Yeah, exactly. Six major extinctions. Because that's the way the Earth is trying to kill itself. I mean, survive.
The Earth's like, okay, I'm done with you, X.
Cool. I'm done with you. You're killing me off. Here we go. I'll kill you guys, and then I'll revive until the next one.
That's
so
like
there must be exactly. There must. It's the way.
Spit it off.
Because the Earth is a living object. Of course, it's going to try and keep itself alive. So,
and if you don't look at it, if everybody closes their eyes at the same time, it might be liquid.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Might be liquid or gas.
Let me change up the question now. So you're speaking to these aliens.
No, wait, sorry. Can I just think of I just thought of this now.
Okay.
Do you think there's...
So what you thought of, dude?
No,
you took all that time to think of
I'm gonna kick you.
I just thought of this.
I'm gonna go home now because you guys are dickheads.
Dude, your brain works in a
I'm gonna go
weird
climb
way,
into
dude.
bed. You guys can finish this.
Guys, I just thought of this.
No. I was gonna say,
you all waited, dude. I'm scared to give you more time, to be honest, dude.
do you think there's ever been a point in time when everybody in the world's had their eyes closed at the same time?
Oh, dude, like the maths behind that is fucking
That's
nuts,
a lot
dude.
because you literally have to take 7 billion reoccurring
It's 7
and then add on
It's 1 to the power of 7 billion, isn't it?
No, it'll be 7 billion to the power of 6 billion 900 million 900 and whatever.
Yeah, it's 7 billion to the n minus 1.
Yes, that's the one, n minus 1, yeah.
Hey? That's crazy.
Think about that.
I don't think so.
No. I also don't think. I don't think it's like they say, like a deck of cards. When you shuffle,
You keep on hearing it.
yeah,
Dude, it's so loud tonight.
It's
I do
Godzilla.
apologize,
Dude.
Trying to shut out a bus here, guys. It's hurting.
Truck door, the Burninator. So my thing is that, like they say, that every time you shuffle a deck of cards, nobody else has ever shuffled it the same way.
Yeah. There's
Because
also
of the variances and
no, that was the microphone and stuff. There's also like
Okay.
something that there's so many combinations of chess moves that you can
Yes.
make. There's more of that than there are stars in the universe.
yes, yeah.
It's crazy. So getting everybody to blink at the same time.
Also impossible.
don't
I don't
think
think
so.
it'll ever happen in our lifetime. It's
Maybe we
possible.
organize like a World Blink event.
World Blink Day.
But we've got to get everybody, dude. We need Quantum Entanglement to hurry up
Yeah.
so everybody can hear me at the
But
same
the
time.
thing is,
dude.
I was gonna say nobody's gonna blink at the same time, because there's gonna be some people that don't hear about it. That's the thing.
Anyhow.
Sorry, that was just a thought.
No, yeah. But yeah, as you say, you will have like a world event, but there's people that aren't gonna have Facebook.
I just thought about this. Whoa.
Whoa! Before we move on, whoa.
Okay, so I want to ask a different question now.
Whoa.
Okay, so that's an alien race that was more advanced than us. What if you spoke to an alien race and they were less advanced than us? What would you teach them?
Do you need help?
No, what would you teach them? Like
Make brandy.
make brandy.
Okay, but no, like how below us are they? How?
I mean, like if we could speak to ourselves last year, we would be able to change so much. So it doesn't really have to be like years.
Fair enough. Yeah.
It can just be like, this is what will happen if you continue down our path, sort of thing. So like, what would you
Then
teach
I
them?
would teach them sustainable living for the future.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they carry on down our path, it's not the
Yeah.
best path. So that, or yeah. I would also say something in the lines of, like, I mean, with all these wars going on, something in the line. But I obviously don't know how we could move on from that, because I mean, I know sort of what's happening in these wars and
Yeah, of course.
all the different sides and things
But you
like
would know
that.
how to
But
solve it.
I can't walk up to these governments and be like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop this. Stop.
it. Get some help.
Get some help. So that if in an ideal world, if I knew how to, solve that.
But
straight
remember,
away,
if we're speaking as an advanced alien race, like we've got more power, like people listen to us. So if we had to turn around and go, hey, listen, you guys are going to fuck each other up and it's going to be the end of civilization.
fair
like
enough.
you guys
Okay,
have
I
to stop
suppose,
fighting each
in that sense, you can actually, then as you say, we're the most superior in that sense. So then you could say, like,
Like think
don't
about
fight.
the respect that you were just showing, like these people that you thought
Yeah.
were superior, and you're going, oh, how do we live more sustainably?
You'd ask for
How do we
any
do this?
advice.
Yeah. You'd listen to it, right? So like we're now the people being respected for some fucking stupid reason, dude.
I think it would be like, I know it sounds really simple and cheesy, but it would just be to treat others as you expect to be treated. I know that's like a fucking age-old saying, but that's
but it's
honestly
loaded,
one.
dude.
But that's one that I try to live by a lot. In terms of that, like, you know what, like people just need to treat each other a fuckload better, because they don't want to be treated like that. So why would you treat somebody like that? That's my general thing.
I wanna
Because
build on that,
that'll solve a fuckload of issues.
Oh, it solves everything. So I read this, I think I was in a car trip going off to Kruger Park like fucking 10 years ago. And I was on this random website. There used to be Stumble Upon. Do you remember Stumble Upon?
Yeah.
Stumble Upon was this website where you entered your interests and then you clicked this little button and it took you to a random place on the internet according to your interests. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
But when it came across a website that was like, it just had a bunch of stoner like theories.
Yeah.
Not even just stoner thoughts. And this stoner theory was like that everybody is the same person. So basically, everybody around you is you living a different life after you die. So when I die, I go and then I live your entire life.
Yeah. So
And when I
that's
die
like,
there, I live Albie's entire life. And then you do that 7 billion times or whatever. So
Yeah.
basically, like the whole thing boiled down to, if you are speaking to you, how would you treat you?
well,
sort of thing,
that builds on Descartes. I think therefore I
Mm.
am. So it's that whole idea of the world that you experience is the world that you have built around you. So how people treat you is how you would treat
Yeah,
yourself.
perfect reflection, right?
Pretty much something along those lines. Yeah.
Mm.
So then I guess also that's like where deja vu sort of comes from then.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Because, I
So
mean,
that was a
'cause that's
theory.
also
That
like
was a
another-
topic that I didn't select. There was one that was like the psychology behind deja vu. That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
That one.
I haven't
is-
studied- I haven't
is,
done that lesson,
Yeah.
no.
That's
I'm
for
gonna
next
pick
week.
it.
For
Yeah.
next week.
It's cool. It's cool.
Actually, deja vu is actually quite sad if you think about it. It just means that you've experienced the day so similar to that so many times
Yeah.
that your brain automatically just fills in the gaps and goes, "Oh, we know what's going to happen," sort of thing. So it's
crazy, dude.
It's crazy. So like they always talk about like time and how time moves faster. This whole idea of oh, the year went by so fast. Like time flies when you're having fun, sort of thing.
He's doing drugs.
Yeah. It's drugs for over 30s. Kaferneck. Yo, lekker. Snorted Charlie there of Kaferneck. Lekker.
Is that a little? What's in that little balloon?
Yeah. Why'd you pull it out your ass? Yo. Handing out little what tablets here? What do you think this is? A fucking
I
rave?
don't either. What is that for?
What do you think this is? Stones. I'm going to call the police.
Anti-inflammatory.
Yeah.
For what,
Kaferneck.
exercise? No, come on.
Bro, we weightlifters.
No, I'm joking. I did masters tournaments, and one of the guys on our team was an anesthesiologist who was just a supplier of Cataflam. I basically lived on Cataflam for that entire tournament, dude.
Yeah, Brittany went to the Cairo and apparently she cracked her like a glow stick.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You start glowing. That's luciferin.
Yeah. And luciferase? Luciferase, that's it, yeah.
That's right. Chemical reaction.
Brittany's like, I'm so fucking over you.
You'll get it when you listen tomorrow.
Yeah. When you listen to it, then you'll understand. But yeah, so the whole idea behind like a year going by fast, you're like, oh wow, this year's gone by so quickly. And it's sad because that just means that you actually haven't done anything exciting or new.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's the theory. That other way around. Sorry, that you've done a lot of new things, and that time seems to pass a lot shorter because it's a new experience, sort of thing.
Yeah,
So the longer the year takes, the more boring your life has been, or the year has been.
Shit, that's crazy.
That's why winter always feels like it takes longer.
But that's true. There's so much that's so loaded, dude. Because
Psychology and time is such a fuck around, man. No, but time specifically and how we perceive time is such. Because if you think about it, time is actually just, oh no, this is going to be another stoner theory thing. But time is a social construct.
It's fucking made up, dude.
Dude, Henry Ford, fuck that guy. He was the first guy that invented the 9 to 5, or not even the fucking industrial times of fucking 7 to 5. Like the 10-hour workday. Yeah. He's that guy, Look,
and he also came up with the lean approach for businesses, which was pretty good.
Yeah, but he also started fossil fuels. Okay.
Yeah.
And cars and cuck, bro.
I wouldn't have been able to get to, dude. My horse, Brittany Spurs, would have been so fucking tired, dude.
Yeah, no, but you drive a Kia, not a Ford. She's like different car.
All right, really sorry.
No, it's a different car. Okay, but what would you ask? And what would you tell?
What would I ask? I'd ask what we could do better.
How? Like in what sense? Because that's such a broad question.
Whatever he, she, they tell us is going to be an improvement.
Eat the bruised apple.
Like that's what they tell us.
But what if it's like wipe downwards?
But then it might be so profound. Like, there was that video that went around where it's like, if you want to change your life, you got to make your bed.
Yes.
That does make a huge difference, dude, because you're starting your day differently and you're starting your day in an organized manner. You got more time with yourself, all of these things. So it's like that. Like if they turn around and say, wipe your bum downwards, it's going to make you like present in that moment, and maybe everybody being present in that moment is going to stop everybody from like being shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you got asked that and that's it, like you wouldn't give somebody a shit answer. You wouldn't be like, just to be like smile more. You'd be like, fucking stop hurting each other. What the fuck are you doing? Like, and that would be the advice I give. Is like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop hurting each other. How fucking stupid is that?
Yeah.
How stupid is it that you are comfortable hurting somebody else?
You are the same race, the same people.
If you were born in that place, you would have somebody else doing that to you. Is that like, it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Violence and all that shit is so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I was reading, I don't know if I spoke about this the other day, but like, I spoke about it in my therapy session, actually, when I was saying like, we've become so accustomed to violence. Like violence doesn't
I know it's quite
bother us,
scary.
dude. The first,
Especially
I
like
re-
here in South Africa.
I
as
remember like reading, and I don't know what movie it was one of the first movies that a gun, somebody ever got shot in, and it was like a Western film back in like 1908. Somebody got shot by like a cowboy. It was literally no blood, no theatrics, nothing. The guy like fell over. People were vomiting. People were vomiting in the theater because it's the first time I saw somebody get shot.
Yeah.
They're like, it's just disgusting. There was an outcry, all of this shit, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, if we saw that stuff now, I mean, our kids would be watching that shit. Being like, that's
I was about to say, nowadays there's violence in every film.
Yeah, and if it doesn't
Even
look
if
real, you go, oh, this movie's cuck.
Yeah.
How can
Even
they
in,
not
like,
get that
yeah.
right, dude?
Yeah, how come there's no blood splatter?
You know what I mean?
Or, you know, like, yeah.
It's like it doesn't even, the gun doesn't even sound real. How do we
Yeah.
fucking know that, dude?
Yeah, that's the scary thing is when you can tell the difference between, say, like a gun sound or something like that.
But that's the problem is like, we're so fucking accustomed. But yeah, I'm taken aback. I just tell people to stop hurting each other. It's just so stupid.
Stop being
Uh,
dicks.
This like whole, I don't know why people want to hurt another person. Like just fucking turn the cheek, dude, and go somewhere else. Like do something that makes you happy. And like
Yeah.
if beating somebody makes you happy, you got a fucking problem, dude. If insulting and hurting people like that, I mean, you got a problem, dude. Like that's in
100%,
you.
Yeah.
Like you aren't born with hate.
No.
Nobody's born with hate.
No.
So
Yes.
nobody's born with hate. I will agree with that.
Yes.
But we did a psychology thing a while ago where we were talking about, or a while ago when I was in varsity, and the lecturer asked a simple question of, are humans born empathetically? So are we born innately empathetic or innately selfish? Obviously everybody's like, oh yeah, empathetically. Look how kids share. And you're like, but that's a taught response.
Yeah.
Because you say no share, exactly.
Selfish is survival, right?
Well, that's exactly it. If you think about it, when you come out, you don't know anything except for survival. So the whole idea is cry and you get milk. Cry and because you got a wet nappy and it gets changed.
So I'm
So
gonna
you
stop
just-
all this with Ben, dude.
Exactly.
So
So
be like, fuck you, dude.
teach
Be more
them to be
empathetic.
self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Do it
exactly.
yourself.
Share your
Yeah.
milk.
Yeah.
No, I don't want any of
I was
that.
going to say with who?
Yeah,
With
no
who?
thanks, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So the whole idea is that so there's a lot of arguments against and for it. About empathy and selfishness in people. But yeah, it's quite interesting. Like you say, we're not born violent, but we do learn violence.
We're born
that's-
selfish sort of thing, no.
But we're born selfish. But yeah. Ugh,
That's
anyway.
that's profound, dude. Because that's like that's a fundamental design flaw.
Well, it explains a lot.
If we go back a couple of episodes, it's a
Yeah.
fundamental design flaw in
Yeah.
humans, dude.
Yeah, in emotional or mental
We're
design
literally
flaw.
born to fuck each other up.
Yeah.
Like from birth, we're like, no, the world's about me.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the problem with it.
Well,
But I mean, to be fair, the animal kingdom is just about survival.
oh yeah, it is.
They
I
also
mean,
kill
life's
off
about
their
survival,
own, yeah,
man.
they just kill off their own. If they're the weakest, you die.
But I think like we're I mean,
I know we're more advanced, but still the basis, the core of a human being is still that wild,
Yeah,
sort
of
of
course.
animalistic.
But we've got the ability to
instinct.
understand now, dude.
Yeah,
it's like,
100%.
it's like
yeah.
fuck it. I don't know, dude. Like we've got the ability to understand that we're either hurting or helping.
And that's what makes it so
You know.
much more difficult and so much worse is because we can and we do understand.
Yeah. A lot of people
And
do things knowingly.
That, yeah. And
That's
what
the
makes
pain,
it so
dude.
like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what makes it so much more worse.
It's so fucked up when you talk about it, really, dude. When you're like, you did
You
that
know what you're doing,
intentionally.
yeah.
Like you did that to fuck that
Yeah.
person over, to hurt them.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
And you did it and you enjoyed it.
Yeah, literally.
And that's scary.
Yeah, because if you didn't enjoy it, then you'd immediately switch to help instead of hurt, right?
No, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
You're either helping or hurting. There's nothing else.
I saw this. Yeah, talking about this. I saw this video of this. I didn't see the actual it happening, but it was, those like door cameras that people have. So apparently, this father and son were in a fight, and the father came out crying, and he had shot his son.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the camera caught his reaction, and you could see the process of him. He phoned his wife and was talking to her, and then she was asking, "Is he okay? Is he okay?" And then you could see when he actually realized what he did,
Yeah.
and how it
just flipped.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah, it's wild, It
No,
is
it's
crazy.
wild. Just over an argument type thing.
Dude, the
you know?
whole concept of weapons fucking is weird, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, we play war games and all these things, yeah, sure. But, like, the concept
but
of
it's not like you're
putting
doing that
so
in
much-
real life. It's
Yeah,
not
but-
like
but-
you're running out here. And,
But the concept of developing weaponry, like of putting so much money in that, like if all the world's powers put money into their people instead of weapons, then everybody would be living fucking comfortably. Dude.
But you know why they don't? It's because they fear that somebody else thinks the same as them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
And that's
So,
also
like,
such
most
a
of the
profound thing to say.
It is
Yeah.
because I mean the problem is you like, if I'm having these thoughts, like for example, like during the Cold War, it was a big thing where America's like, well, if we have this technology, Russia must
Somebody
have this
has to,
technology.
yeah.
So that means they're doing exactly the same, if not more
Yeah.
than what we.
So we have to
currently
win the
do.
arms race, man.
Exactly. So it has to be this thing of like, well, we have to be there, like we have to get there and show off our fucking dick before Russia does, sort of thing. So it's just a giant pissing contest, but it's ultimately, I think it's this fear of if we've had those thoughts, so have they, sort of things, and then what's stopping them from sort of actually executing those things,
Yeah. And
It's
it's,
a big part of it.
I mean, it comes down to mistrust because.
But you don't trust
history-
somebody you don't know. That's
No,
the
of
problem.
course.
You often.
But also, like, even if you do, I mean, you see these dictators. What was it? It was like the Russian and it was like Putin and somebody else. I think it was Putin and Kim Jong Un,
Yes, yeah.
and
yeah.
then they like cheersed, like they met and they
Yes.
cheersed, and both of them didn't drink the drink.
yeah.
Like they cheers, and then they both stand there awkwardly waiting for the other person to drink first, and then
Yeah.
they just people like their security came and took the drinks away. And it's
Yeah.
like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that you like shaking each other's hands and then
That's crazy.
at the same time
Having
you
a
won't even
conversation,
have a busy together, dude.
but I can't because this egg's probably gonna kill me.
Yeah, exactly. That's scary.
That's fucking terrifying.
That's
dude.
fucking
What a
scary.
shit way of living, dude.
Okay. I lied to you.
Yes, you
I
did
did
learn something. Tell me,
this week.
dude.
I learned two things, actually, funny enough. Firstly, I learned that IMAX is actually still a film. I didn't know that. That it's actually still a film. Like, it's not like they
Type of
nowadays.
film.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this is like, so this is the video.
It's huge. Have you seen the machines?
Yeah, well, this is it. Like, if you look at that, I just thought it was like a fucking mega Blu-ray that they use, like a laser disc. You know?
No, dude. You must see how they record those things. You know, in Dunkirk,
Yeah.
Dunkirk, they attach the IMAX camera
reel.
onto one of those old World War planes. I think what's a World War One.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they had to like change the aerodynamics of the
The plane.
to do these
Yeah, have you
dogfights
seen-
and
I mean,
stuff
have you
because it's
seen
so
the
fucking
size?
heavy, dude.
Yeah, but it's
was
also
heavier
like
than the
now
plane
with,
almost.
with Oppenheimer was also a film.
Yes.
And did you see the size of one of those frames?
Yeah,
one
they're
of those
huge.
frames was about like this big.
You got to describe
And
that
this
to
big.
people that are
So
listening.
if you're working in say like is it centimeters or inches? It's like 3120
Centimeters.
centimeters. Yeah, 3120 centimeters height, and then it'll be 2140 wide.
Damn,
which is-
you're talking about like resolution, like pixels.
Yeah, but that's also the size of the frame. Like that,
shit, that's
the resolution.
crazy.
The resolution translates into
To
the
those-
size of the frame.
That's
So like that's how
huge.
like massive one
One frame.
of those film reels was, and there was hundreds of those film reels.
Yeah, yeah,
hundreds
yeah.
of. I mean, there's thousands.
I mean, if you're talking, I mean, they're recording they're recording 30 frames, eh? No,
30
it's not.
frames per second. Yeah.
It's what they're still recording. That's like film and advert standard, right?
So you see, that's where it depends. So Northern Hemisphere, they record in 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
Southern Hemisphere, it's 25 frames per second.
okay.
Yeah.
It's so crazy,
And
though,
that's
because,
the PAL and NTC.
Yes.
So PAL is Northern Hemisphere, NTIC is here.
I never
Or-
knew that, and that's
yeah.
so. Thank you
So
for
it's just
explaining
the-
that
it's just
because
the-
you know
the-
you always see that when you're setting up a PlayStation on your PS1, and you're like, "Oh, am I doing PAL or NTC?"
Yeah, so that's just like
NTSC, I think is what is it?
NTSC. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah. So like here we record in NTSC.
Okay,
So
and that's
that's why
25
like
frames.
when if I get like a new camera like 2 years ago when I got my new camera, the first thing I did was change it to NTSC
Yeah.
because we all our services here, our DSTV, our
so
everything, all streams in 25 frames per second. So if I'm shooting in 30 frames per second, but it's streaming in 25 frames per second, you notice that 5 frames difference.
Yeah.
You will see
It's
it.
so crazy though, because like when we talk about gaming, we're playing in like 140 frames.
Yeah.
So like we'll never see that in movies, right?
No, not for a while.
Yeah.
Not for a while.
It's just so crazy because you think of like but you think of like the quality of movies and stuff being like crazy. Even your phone cameras can record in like 120 frames.
No,
GoPros and all these things.
So, but
they're not filming
when you're recording in 120 frames per second, that's just recording slow mo. So you're getting more frames in per second.
Yes,
which means that when you show it, it's going to be slow mo. It's going to be slow. So that's slow motion. That's when you record.
So even when they do slow-mo stuff, are they recording in a higher...
So yeah, when they do slow-mo stuff, what you do is you record in, say, 120 frames per second and you slow it down in post. But you have to film more. So if you don't, if I film
using
in
more frames.
30 frames per second, but then I slow it down to 50% of what the actual speed is, it gets very glitchy. It's slow, so what you want to have to do is film 120 frames per second because you're packing way too much into that 1 second frame.
Yeah.
So that when you slow it down, there's enough information to use so that it's smooth and slow motion.
It's crazy because even like the standard with gaming, it's like the standard screen's like 60 FPS. Even your that's it. No, but it is FPS. Your refresh rate's normally like 60.
So your refresh rate will be like 1 millisecond. That's the response time. But yeah, your refresh rate is 144 hertz. So
that's
that
just
means,
standard.
I can't remember now how they work this out.
You gotta look more into your head there, dude. It looked like you were really digging to the back of your brain.
I am, dude. I'm just
so your eyes rolled back there,
just
dude.
about to put my finger in my nose and change gears.
I was about to bring out the holy water, dude.
I'm just about to put my finger in my nose and change gears, actually. Fucking. But yeah, I think it is. It's 144. You're getting 144 frames per second, essentially.
So, which is crazy because, like, when you play a game, sorry guys, my throat's going fucking crazy. Yeah. I'm so glad this is recording that because like normally people don't hear it, dude. The only time people hear it is like when I'm writing an exam or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Bro, I swear to God, like if I was sitting at a funeral, that's when my stomach's like, oh, is it? Let me say my goodbyes, dude.
Let me sing you the song of my people. Let me sing you the song of my people.
For all things pride and beauty. But like you play games and stuff, and you think that movies have a higher frame rate because they look smoother.
It's a like Albie says, it's 30 frames per second. It's wild.
Nuts. Like
because everybody just assumes the more frames, the better.
Yeah. When I started doing like video editing and stuff for some of these reviews, then you export in 30, and I was like, fucking. Give me 60, dude. I was even like searching. I was like, how to export in 60, and like people are like, you don't fucking do that, you moron.
Don't do that, idiot. Yeah. It's because we naturally see in, I think it's 29 or 28 point something frames per second.
Yeah, I think it's 29.97.
It's a very that's why I think that's why they film in 30 frames per second and 25 because it's more natural. So
that's probably why it feels better.
Yeah, to watch it, it's more natural. And that's why when they want to make you uncomfortable or change how you're feeling, they either slow it down, speed it up, change the angle, things like that, just to evoke an emotion because it's not natural to your natural eye. You can't go up there and watch something move in slow motion, you know.
So would you say that people are, like if we dip into content creation, would you say people are wasting their time like streaming in 60 frames? Should they be streaming in 30 frames? Should they be like exporting their content and stuff in 30 frames?
Definitely, if you are looking to post on social media and stuff, and this I had to learn because it's not really well known, you know, unless you go searching for it, but it's not a really well known thing. The best quality on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that sort of thing, you have to export in 30 frames per second. So what I do is I'll film in landscape mode, right? But I'll keep my subject in. I've got the grid lines on my camera. I'll keep my subject in those two middle grids, in between them. Yeah. Because then when I put that video into post, I changed the whole sequence setting and I changed the resolution there to 1080 by 1920.
So
I shoot in, I shoot in 4K.
Yeah.
I changed the whole sequence to 1080 by 1920 and 30 frames per second. Even if I shoot in 25 frames per second, I export it in 30 frames per second, and those dimensions, because firstly, that's the dimensions of what you'll look on your screen.
Your phone,
so obviously, if I'm exporting to YouTube, then I won't put those things in. But you still then export it in 30 frames per second and 1080 HD, because if you export it in 4K, social media and any platform still chows it. They still like bring it down a notch. That's why when
that bitrate reduction,
that bitrate you
destroys you.
Exactly, you lose so much. You lose color quality. You lose that bitrate reduction. Anything.
That's why there's like crazy visual like quality videos on Instagram. There's always like I normally send them through to you. They're crazy. They're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are all 30 frames.
Exactly.
And it doesn't look like it. You're like, oh, this guy's like exporting this in 8K. How are you getting this resolution? And he's like, no, dude, downscale. Like, go lower.
That's the thing. So you record in 4K and whatever you like your highest quality. You record in the highest quality. But that's just because when you export, you're already taking that quality away, so that Instagram and like TikTok and stuff, you taking it away on purpose, whereas Instagram and TikTok can't take that away anymore.
They can't take it away from you.
Yeah, they can't take it.
You'll never take our freedom.
Don't speak to me on my sons ever again.
I even noticed it in my videos. So like one of the first videos I posted,
your quality is like, crazy, dude.
This is shocking. You know, I
remember we spoke about it.
Yeah, and one of the first videos I ever posted, I was very disappointed. Even posting pictures, there's a whole like settings that you need.
Remix
for images, because even the crop, you have to have a specific crop and all that sort of stuff, you know. So the first video I posted, I was like, no, this is shocking. Then I did some research and then I found out, I was like, oh, okay, actually
I'm going above their recommendations, and then they're downscaling on their terms.
And I think I saw that and I was like, okay, cool. Went out and I went to the park. It was like there by Delta Park. Delta Park. Went
Deco to Park's industrial.
Yeah, no, definitely didn't go there.
The type of birds there are very different.
Went to Delta Park to start like.
I was talking about females, but that's okay. Female birds. Do you know why they scream, dude? It's because they're scared of heights.
This is what my mom told me.
Really?
No.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, yeah. So went to Delta Park, and this was obviously to test out the camera and the new lens, and then obviously to test out this video. So record 4K, all these settings. Cool. Record. Go back and. Literally, I posted that video and I was like, oh my word, this is amazing. Because it looks so crisp and so clean, even with the color grading, because often it takes away color grading. Even with the color grading, it was beautiful and I loved it. So then from then on, I know exactly what to do. And obviously my editing is different for each video because it depends if it's social media or websites or YouTube or things like that.
And
but
you've
the biggest
got like your
thing
presets, your export presets for different whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got them, and then I just put in the sequence settings, and I just say, "Cool, social media." Then it already changes everything for me, and that's quite nice because you can. I mean, it just makes your workflow quicker.
Because that's something that people don't understand is like you have to export per platform.
That's the thing. Yeah,
people don't. They export one video and they upload it everywhere.
No.
You can't do that.
You have to, you have to.
You're losing out
separately export. Yeah.
Every single platform has different recommendations.
Yeah, so like Instagram and TikTok are very similar.
Yeah, those you can get away with.
Those you can get away with, but Twitter different.
No. Twitter's very different.
YouTube is different as well. Even the YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
they like the Instagram and TikTok of YouTube, but even those are different.
Yeah,
because YouTube actually you can. Put in 4K, it's got 4K streaming. So that's quite nice because then you can record in 4K.
But 30 frames still.
But 30 frames. Yeah. It has to be 30 frames because all these companies come from the Northern Hemisphere. if they came from South Africa, it would be 25 frames.
It's so crazy,
Or
man.
not
'cause we
just South
push
Africa,
frames,
but
dude.
the like the
People
southern
push
hemisphere.
frames when they record. They're like, all the phones are like both. They're like, oh, you can record in 8K and 60 frames. And people are like, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
crazy. But who's going to, like, you can't export that for proper viewing on anything. Like,
No, but that's
nobody
the
will
thing.
see that on
And that is
anything
one of the
other than your
things-
phone. Your phone's the only thing that's going to be able to show off that quality because it's,
Even then,
It's
it's
part of-
barely,
you won't
barely,
notice.
you know.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's why when I was upgrading my camera, I went from Canon to Sony because I wanted to stay with Canon, but the one I was looking at was the R5 because it can shoot 8K and things like that. But just the camera body was like 110,000 rand. So I was like,
why don't you buy it, you pussy?
so this is a big thing that I had to like go through. And then I was like, I'm spending so much money on this camera, but for a couple
what?
of years,
Yeah.
there's not going to be anything that you can watch in 8K.
No, you're never going to
You
watch
know,
Even
TVs aren't 8K,
Dude,
they
DSTV
6K
yeah.
maybe.
DSTV
you
was
know?
testing out 4K streams for a while, and I
They
don't know what they
couldn't.
did. I think
Exactly.
the data exchange was probably so fucking high.
Yeah.
They were probably paying out of their
So, like-
arseholes trying to get that to our feeds.
Yes, it's a beautiful camera and the capabilities of it are insane. But then I was like, but for what I'm doing, it's useless because it's not going to be, you know, used. That 8K function is not going to be, I'm going to use the 4K function anyway.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, okay, the next best thing for photo and video will be the Sony that I upgraded to. And it's been amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the video is pristine. The color grading is insane.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's I'm glad that we like moved on to that because that's such an interesting topic, and I had no idea about the PAL versus NTSC as well. I just knew those things existed, and whatever worked for my PlayStation 1 was the one I stuck with.
Yeah.
But it took like every single time I tried to set it up, I didn't know what the fuck.
But
I
now,
selected.
even on your phones, you have that's a function that you can actually change nowadays because the phone cameras are getting so advanced.
Yeah.
That's a function you can actually change because I can now record in 30 frames per second on my phone and stuff, and you can change that to 25 frames per second and things like that. You know,
Yeah, because
So
25
even
is such an
phones-
like a unusual.
It's a
frame
very
rate
weird number
compared to what
yeah.
we're used to because we're very Western.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
in all of our shit that we're told
Yeah.
it's always
It's the Western bias.
Western bias. Okay.
Okay. And the second thing,
Yes.
right? Did you know that there's a South African in
Whoa.
the slap
Sorry.
contest? You know the UFC
yeah,
Dana
power
White
slap.
power slap contest? There's a South African
Stupid.
dude. Yeah, he's the 4th ranked super heavyweight.
Is it that guy that says Pulun?
No, I don't know. It's Zadok.
Pitbull. Yes, Zadok looks like he drives a tow truck.
He looks
dude.
like, he actually looks like a bull terrier.
Bro, I
never mind a
swear to
pit bull.
God, I've seen this guy turning flipping robots on William Nicol, dude.
Dude, but you must
Waiting
check how
for
funny it
flipping
is.
car crash.
Like he literally fucking like the video that I saw. He fucking like the title was South Africans teaching people a push
Push-up.
club. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. So he fucking pushes us like so he doesn't get up, sort of thing, as they do in this lovely game. Anyway, then this like turns around and he just like lifts his shirt up and starts shaking his belly as a fucking
it.
celebration.
I love it, dude.
Hey,
A
he
big
just
country,
reminds me
dude.
of Big Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were talking about it. I was talking to Riku actually, funny enough, the other night, and he's like, "Who's your favorite heavyweight UFC?" I was like, "Big Country every day, all day,
That
every
was
day."
amazing.
That was a fucking clown.
He lost it
actually.
when he went across to was it
Bellator.
PFL or Bellator. I think
I'm
it
sure
was
it's Prado.
no. Pride was way before. I think it was probably Bellator
Is it?
or PFL. It could be PFL.
I don't know.
But he wasn't fighting as like he guesses quite quickly.
No,
but he is a
exactly.
bit older.
You
Yeah.
need to poo.
You need to take a
Okay,
quick
fair
shit.
enough.
Okay, we'll stop the stream for you
wait.
to shit. Are you gonna say bye before you go?
Let me go take a poo.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me.
I'll be so amazed if that links. I mean, that should line up.
I don't think so
perfectly.
because I think I started singing Goodbye, my lover when you stopped
Oh,
recording.
she didn't say goodbye, my friend. You have been the one.
You have been the one.
Yeah, but you sang the whole song. Albie left in the meantime,
Yeah,
but you carried on singing. We just caught the end of you singing now.
fair.
So it was about 2.5 minutes.
2.5 hours. Sure. Can you believe it?
How time has gone. Yes.
How the cookie crumbles.
How
So
the crumbly cookie. Yes.
here's
tell
a
me.
question for you. If you could bring back a show from your childhood, but with made like with today's budget in production, what would it be?
Oh, it's such a good question because it could be like, I don't think I'd take up like a cartoon. Cartoons would be quite cool.
I was thinking about that.
Like imagine
would.
Dexter's Lab, but like,
No, not Dexter's Lab. Like Megas XLR.
oh yeah,
Although I don't know if that would fly.
I don't think it would.
I don't think it would fly today. Because like that was just like, we love giant robots. You know, like it was just so dumb, but so great at the same time.
What
Kick Patowski. That was also a cool one.
dude, but I'm just trying to think of like what could be enhanced with a bigger budget. Like imagine Teletubbies on a multi-billion. I mean, Teletubbies is still ongoing, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Season 1's dragging on a bit.
Black baby son.
Oh, it is, dude. Yes. Sick.
I think for me it would be Gladiators.
But don't you feel like, I mean, there is that, what's that?
Physical 100.
No, what's that one where, yeah, no, it was Physical 100. Is that the
Physical
one where
100?
The Rock is the host?
Oh no, that's Titans.
Titans.
That's
Isn't that where they fight
But-
each other?
No, but that's just them against the elements, sort of thing.
Oh, is it not?
That's not them against other people. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't. Did you ever go to a Gladiators thing?
Mm.
I went to a
Foam
Gladiators.
finger and all,
Yeah,
Tron.
dude. Our
It was
friends.
still not at the Dome.
It was all the way
was-
Carnival City for me. Yeah.
Yes. No, we went to the one there where it was like near Ellis Park.
No, this was Carnival City, and then one of our homies, they were friends with the production crew or something, so we like got to go meet all the gladiators and stuff. And
That's cool.
they kept the camera on us, but dude, I was a fucking weirdo, bro. Because in my mind, I was like, I don't like when the camera is gonna shine. Like when it
Yeah,
comes to me, like I need to be doing something cool. I want people to be like, that looks a fucking rado.
like rubbing Granite's muscles, dude.
No, I wasn't. I was in the crowd.
Oh,
So every time I saw the camera coming to me, I'd just stick out my tongue like I was Bobby Skinstad, dude. And I
Bad boy
fucking
Bobby.
cringe,
Bad
like
boy
thinking
Bobby.
about it now, dude, because I'm like, I never watched the episode. And if
no.
anybody did,
You have to.
like I would have been bullied as an adult.
No, I'm sure they're just waiting. They're going to be like, that was Chris. Now you're going to get fucking bullied, dude.
Dude, but the most disappointing thing about that, apart from me sticking out my tongue thinking that was cool, because I mean, I've never done that in my entire life. That was like an impulse thing, and I did it for like 3 hours. And the reason why it was 3 hours is because if somebody didn't complete the challenge, they let them go again.
Yes.
The fuck was that about?
So they'd
dude?
like film 1 or 2 attempts. It was the craziest thing. So they were talking about it, and I was actually watching, bless you, I was actually watching.
I muted the mic so that nobody could hear that, dude.
Oh, well, that's
I just
okay.
shouted.
Yeah. Bless you.
Go for it.
So the American Gladiators, obviously where it all originated from. I was watching the documentary on Netflix. I was like bored the one night, just scrolling, and we didn't have power, but I couldn't sleep. So I was like, cool, let me just chill, watch some TV. Because obviously we got the Gizu. Thanks. Shout out. And yeah, so I put it on.
Not sponsored.
Yeah,
yet.
not sponsored yet, but you know, would be great. But I then put it on, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I feel like this could be interesting actually. And then they were showing like the origins of Gladiators, and also like you say, the pilot episode. How long do you think it took them to shoot?
Oh, dude, it was probably a couple of days, to be honest.
Dude, literally, but like non-stop. It was basically 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Hey, 24 hours basically non-stop that they shot this pilot, and it was dog
Dog
shit,
shit,
dude.
yeah, of course.
Then eventually some guy was like, you know what, this actually could be a cool concept, cool. And then he took it to another radio TV station, and they went with it, and they shot the first season. But the first season was so hectic because like there were no indemnity forms. Looks for fucking breaking arms,
Yeah,
and
'cause-
like it was physical, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking wild. Then season 2 comes around, and obviously all these chums are now becoming popular. Chums are drilling steroids, like
Oh,
they're
yeah,
having,
dude, they all look like
yeah, everybody's drilling creme brulee for dessert. fucking Dynaball in the morning with your oats. No, and then some more fucking Glen or something at lunch with broccoli, man. And then
broccoli,
broccoli,
vitamin S.
Yeah, exactly. but then like they were just talking about how like eventually then they started like going like, no, steroids is banned from gladiators, whatever, and then they were like,
this is a competitive sport.
Yeah, exactly. And then like they took it seriously, and then everybody was like, oh shit, yeah, we gotta go off those fucking steroids. And then when they got to the like new season of shooting, they were like, okay, we're gonna do a steroids test. And then like they literally just walked past everyone and were like, yeah, you guys all seem fine. Everybody's like, that's fucking dumb.
Yeah,
and apparently
that's wild,
these oats caused so much shit. Sorry, that's about as far as I've gotten in that episode, in that documentary. But I thought that was quite interesting, actually.
That is interesting. If you had to cast people for it, and you could cast anybody in South Africa, there, I mean, obviously South Africans, who would you put as like the gladiators, male and female?
Do they have to be like?
It can be anybody.
Like replicas of the older ones, so like Spider.
Yeah, you can have those people
Ice,
like reanimated.
Granite. Granite?
Fire.
I'd choose, there's a power lifter, his name's Nick Dupree.
Yeah.
Nicholas Dupree. He's about 26 years old. Oak weighs like 135, 140 odd.
Is he
fucking
short
unit?
Or is he
no,
tall?
he's tall, dude. He's that guy that picks up that fridge. And then steps on the trailer. Fucking huge oak. But yeah, anyway, that oak, I just use him as like granite because he's not like.
Don't even pick them as like in a roll. Okay, so you pick one, I pick one. Okay, so mine would be Peter Stefter Toy.
Yes, yeah.
Fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, I would
imagine,
not actually,
dude. Imagine.
I would not like that.
You're going to run the gauntlet and it's just Springboks. Jesus.
Yeah, no. Cheslin Colby, I'd actually choose Colby or either Colby or Sibelo Sanatla. I fucking love Sibelo Sanatla.
I'd pick.
And I think he's so physical for his speed
he is,
as well.
dude.
That's
even like Vernon Koch.
Yes. Yeah. Werner Koch. Yeah.
I'd pick my former captain from water polo, Mr. Ryan Bell.
Oh yes,
I think you've seen that human.
Yeah, no, he's gargantuan. Yeah,
he's really big. He was the biggest oak at the Olympics.
Yeah, and that's scary.
We had the biggest and the smallest oak. The smallest oak was Etienne.
No, Philippe.
no. If he went, but Etienne's also like just a little bit shorter than me. But Ryan was the biggest man there.
But that's it. Like you've got Etienne, you've got fucking in the South African water polo. You had
the kites are big as well. Jay Javelin. That
but you also had Nardis.
Yeah,
Nardis is also a fucking unit, dude.
Devcard's also.
No, all of them. They're fucking scary.
Big boys.
Okay, females wise, I think there's the captain of the SA Ladies Springboks. I can't remember what her name is. I was also trying to think of
her name.
It's actually Oxen Chair's sister, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's some relation of Oxen Chair and the Springboks female captain, I think. But yeah, I'd choose her. And
what's the chick that was our EFC women's champion?
Oh fuck!
The chick with the short hair. I can't remember. I'm gonna search.
Yeah, search that. Her. Then one of my old Afrikaans teachers. She was puss scary. She fucking roundhouse you with a flip flop. Who else?
Let me search what this.
I'm just trying to think now. There's that one South African CrossFit chick as well. I'm pretty sure she competed at the games. I can't remember what her name is.
This chick.
And Alexa. Fucking Alexa will curb stomp you, dude.
Dude, Alexa is... Yes.
She's fucking frighteningly strong, actually.
For real.
Yeah, she'd curb stomp you.
Lino.
Is it?
This chick, dude.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. No, fucking hell, dude.
Yeah, what's her name?
That just looks like Trickus with a wig. Yes.
What's her name?
She'd fuck you up, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Her surname is Lino.
You know, that's frightening, dude. Yo. But imagine, like, what obstacles do you think they'd have?
Listen, she got fucked up by the French chick that came out here. Oh, no, it wasn't the French chick. It was the TikTok chick.
Oh, yeah, the British chick.
No, this, what's her name?
No, she is French. Is she
this
French?
chick.
Yes. I think she's French, yeah. Yeah, no,
I thought you said British.
Yeah. No, you said French and then I said British.
Did I say French? Yeah, the French. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad. But no, she's fucking rough.
Amanda Lino.
Yeah,
This
that's it.
Manon Furiat. She's not
Yes.
fighting in the UFC. She's still the women's flyweight champion, dude.
That's fucking scary.
She
dude.
is on her way to take that UFC championship. She is fucking deck. I
excited.
watched her fight live.
And good.
Dude, there was her and a chick from Belgium, and they're fighting to fight this Amanda Lino for her title. Bro, I've never, like, all the guys fought on that night and all that shit. I never saw people with, like these chicks, when they stepped up, their technique was immaculate.
Yeah.
They kicking hard.
But-
All of their technique was so fucking good.
So that's
dude.
what I often find is that, like, for me, I enjoy watching the female UFC
It's so
fights
much-
more
yeah.
than the men's, because the men is just like, yeah, it's cool because it's like a raw power. So you like your one shot punch.
Unless
Oaks
you're watching
can
like
go
Amanda
down.
Nunez, dude.
Yeah, no,
Holy
she's
fuck, dude.
the
She's
fucking
a train.
Undertaker, dude. Honestly, but
Jeez.
that's it. Amanda
And she's coming
Nunes-
back now. She said she's going to come back out of retirement.
But even Rose Namajunas as
Yeah.
well, she is fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
And
jeez,
it's just
dude.
like, it's unreal because, like you say, the technique that these people have in these fights, or these women have in these fights, is just unreal
I mean, it's
compared
a
to the men.
different
There's
sport,
so
dude.
few men that actually have that much accuracy and can execute that technique. And then they get praised as the greats, like Volkanovski,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
O'Malley. You know, like he hasn't won a title, but I mean, he's
Valley's
still,
got the title now.
Does he?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, fuck, I didn't watch.
Yeah, he took it off of Peter Jan.
Hectic.
Peter Jan.
Piotr
Jan.
Jan.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy. But
Yeah,
you
it
see,
is
like
crazy.
even that, like his accuracy for me is just unreal.
Yeah, it is good. I mean, that one fight that sticks in my mind, it was just fucking terrible.
When he made that look
matchmaking.
like a bulldog's asshole.
Dude, it looked like a punched
Yes,
lasagna,
yes.
dude. It was like so bad.
His
but
strike rate was like 90%.
Yeah, but-
90% accuracy strike rate. dude.
that guy didn't even know what he was blocking, dude.
No,
he
he
couldn't
thinks
see
he
his
was-
hands in front of his face.
He was
man.
aiming for a stop sign, dude. That's
Bro,
how
they
big
needed-
that oak's head was, dude.
Remember when he went down and Sean O'Malley literally jumped in the air? And
Yeah.
fucking. Because he waited, he thought like the ref was going to stop, and the ref didn't, and he was like, "Okay, cool, I'm going to give this Oaks the 5-knuckle shuffle."
Yeah.
And he literally did, dude. It was like a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah. And then fucking nothing still. No, it was unreal.
Crazy, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Are you gonna
Another
are
thing
you
I
gonna-
learned.
Okay, stop me.
Okay, and then I've got two more topics. Okay,
No, this
fun
is
ones,
sick.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nerd for Nerd.
Yes.
Here's some fun for us as South Africans. Apparently, Nerd for Nerd has been franchised to overseas.
You joking?
So they've sold it off to a Singaporean or Singaporean entertainment network that's planning on like franchising it for the rest of the world. Obviously,
the
direct
hell?
translation, note for note, but it's not going to have the same effect. This is my
No,
thing. Is that
dude.
for me, note for note has been like
was
even
those
Lirkerai
tunnies.
has been just
Yeah.
like it's such a traditionally Afrikaans thing that we all joke about, like your handstemmet, and it's like, oh, 50 rankies for you, wow, wee, you know that, and then it's just like these dudes in like sweet fucking like what do you
Sunday's
call
best,
them? What do you call them?
Those
Fucking
two-tone.
waistcoats.
Oh yeah.
No,
They
no, 'cause-
literally look like they're going to snooker competition.
No,
dude.
dude, they look like me, Howard. BCL, dude, you had that lekker waistcoat on. He's like a note for note waistcoat. That's it. And then it's like, and then it's just like he's, and they're gelling, and it's just like, dong, 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 when they're playing like a
Yeah,
fucking,
and then
yeah.
everybody joins in, and then just
Yeah.
the one person just sings. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Because you understand it. I mean, that oak's never aged.
No, he
That
hasn't.
guy's he
Like he
looks the
doesn't
same.
host it anymore. It's I think
Yeah,
it-
because they have to put him back in his coffin, dude.
But
Like,
like
hey,
Disney
come,
Disney
come.
on Ice.
Come.
Him and what's
Time
that
to go
other-
back into your
what's that-
cryogenic tank, dude.
That news presenter,
Fucking dude.
Kruiwagen.
Yeah, Rion.
Rion Kruiwagen.
Dude, that oak also ages like a vampire,
Yes,
dude.
100%.
Dude,
He's
he is our South
Nosferatu.
African George Russell.
Yeah,
about it.
yes, dude. Yeah, 100%.
Exactly the same person. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen them in the same room?
Never. Exactly.
Rion Kruiwagen and George Russell,
no,
never in the
dude.
same room.
100%.
It's because he's like, you won't find that oak on TV anymore either, because now he's racing in F1, dude. He's
Yeah.
busy. He can't present
Exactly.
till you're fucking drunk.
Yeah, and then watch in a couple of years, he's just gonna fade away in a car.
He'll be a
accident.
child star.
Yeah, easy. But there's gonna be like
Guys
a
are bringing
horrible.
back Kiddio.
Yeah, there's going to be like a crazy car accident and he's just going to disappear, and then you're going to check him in like 50 years' time. All of us are going to be sitting there going, I remember that face. Watching kids shows. Those eyes of the sickly Victorian child cannot deceive me.
Dude, it's crazy because, I mean, Nerd for Nerd is a South African show.
yeah,
That's,
it is.
That whole thing was created here.
So that's the thing, like, you know, like we've
Dude,
get,
that makes me so proud, man.
it is
South
because, you know,
Africa's
like we've got like
we carry on
idols.
winning, dude.
Yeah, like we've got idols from overseas.
Yeah,
we've got
everything.
fucking So You
Who
Think You
Wants to
Can
Be a
Dance.
Mi- a
Who Wants to Be a
Millionaire?
Millionaire? Deal or No
Master
Deal.
Chef,
All of that
it,
shit,
yeah.
dude. It's all just regurgitated shit. And it's cool, but at the end of the day, like the only sort of, well, not only,
I feel like
but
it's
some of
try
the,
hard.
like,
we try and be Western in the production of all those
exactly,
things.
and that's the
dude.
problem. But like Note for Note has just stayed traditionally South African, which is really cool, actually. I
Big
must say.
Brother was Big Brother a South African thing?
No, no,
I
it was a
think
British thing. It was British. Most of the good shows that start are
Yeah,
all British shows, and then
it's
there's
true,
just
dude.
like all these different spin-offs. Yeah,
But nobody that side shut in the garden, dude. Good
no,
old
at
Ferdy.
least, yeah, and Bad Brad.
Bad
Do you remember
Brad.
Bad Brad?
What a
Yes.
fucking goob,
Ferdy was
dude.
just like drunk most of the
How
time.
great is that
dude.
word,
He was
goob?
goob.
Can we just talk about it for a
Fucking
second?
goober.
I've been listening to a lot of and Andrew Santini, Santini, the guy from Bad Friends.
Oh yes.
And that guy, he just like whips it out. He's like, "You fucking goob."
No,
and I'm
dude.
like, that is so funny, dude.
I was listening to an
That is
episode.
so funny.
I was listening to an episode of Bad Friends today, with where they were talking about dating applications of women
yes.
for what I can't remember what her name is.
Yeah, Rory.
Fuck, it's yeah,
Rudy,
that's it,
Rudy.
Rudy. Fuck, it
Yeah.
was so funny actually.
Dude, it's so good. Dude, that Andrew Santini, there's that chick, her name's Bobby something.
Yes.
She interviews like all the rappers and stuff.
Yes, yeah.
She does an interview. It was released, I think, yesterday with
Yeah.
Andrew Santini. Dude, one of the funniest things I've ever watched in my fucking life. Dude.
Well,
They are both so funny. They're so dry. And
Yeah.
he just chirps there the whole
Yeah.
time, dude.
No,
Like,
he's a loose cannon, dude.
dude, he is so great. And he's in a movie coming out with he's in a movie with John Cena and all of them
What?
coming out now. Yes.
Oh, it's that one where John Cena was cross-dressing. Well, not
Yes.
cross-dressing, where he was wearing a skirt and heels and stuff like that.
So
And then
apparently-
everybody, like nobody knew where it was
yeah,
from.
I thought he
but-
was having like a Britney Spears moment.
yeah, exactly.
But apparently, so the premise of the movie, it actually sounds pretty good. It's like these guys create a fake friend to get out of situations and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. And as they grow older, like they actually have to like have this
Yeah.
friend, and they hire John Cena to be this friend now. So
Fuck, that's incredible.
it sounds pretty good. I think it's on Prime Video, if I'm not mistaken. It's
I
coming
can
out
check that
soon.
out, actually.
But yeah, he's funny, dude. I want to see that. I mean, Bobby Lee is in
Yeah.
what's it called? Borderlands.
Yes, yeah, Bobby Lee in
He's apparently
Borderlands.
got two scenes. He's like, "Yo, but I'm only in for 2 scenes. One of them I don't even fucking talk."
I still think like he's actually in so many movies. There's one or two
Dude,
other
so
movies that we
many.
were watching the other day
And I
where
never
he
appreciated him.
doesn't have like a lot of talking roles,
No.
but they're quite funny. I think he's even in Beef.
Yeah, dude, he is.
If I'm not mistaken, he's in Beef for one or
Yeah,
two
I
scenes
think
as
he
well,
is.
where he doesn't talk much. But even Andrew Santini,
I think it's Santini.
yeah, he's also in
he's in
Beef.
a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's quite
I
funny
never
though, 'cause he's
appreciated.
like the dumb henchman in Beef. It's quite funny.
I
must
never
say.
appreciated Bobby Lee until I listened to his podcast.
No, and that's the thing. I think they're a bit
They're
of a
so good together.
they're like an edgy humor, but it's like I don't know. You
Two
can
quality comedians.
Yeah,
Actually.
exactly.
Like they feed
That's
off of each
exactly
other
it,
really
yeah.
nicely. Yeah.
no, they do. And shame poor Rudy. She gets the fucking
but you
short
need
end
that
of the
dry
stick.
person. That's
That's
Albie for
Albert,
us.
our
dude.
permanent guest. Albie, we love you. Okay, fucking idiot. I
You
think we
fucking
should actually.
goob.
I think we should do the dating show that they did with Rudy, but with Albert. So if anybody
Dude,
wants
that's
to
a
apply,
good idea.
Albert's
Albie's
single,
He's a strapping young lad.
strapping young lad.
Fucking
He's
Dak.
Dak,
Front squat's
you heard that?
164. What's
no
it?
back squats 161, front squats 145.
Yeah,
clean
that's
and
enough,
jerk,
dude.
Clean and jerk 115,
Yeah,
120 on a
You
good
could literally
day.
pick you up and throw you
Yeah.
across the room.
Yeah, carry you over the
That's what
threshold.
women want, right?
Yeah, carry you into the wildest night of your life.
Damn.
My man. Anyway, send us an email if you would like to apply for Albert's dating partner. I don't know. We actually don't have a Chinwags email, do we?
No, we need to set it up.
Okay.
There's a
for
couple
now.
of things we need to set up because we've got some
kiff
cool
plans.
shits
Kiff plans.
on the way. Yeah.
On the
I filled out a form today. Let me just say that.
On the horizon.
Oh, it's
On the
some interesting
horizon.
shit.
I'm excited. Okay, but you can send it to bumfluffy@gmail.com.
Yeah. Send me your
Send
applications.
them applications in, please.
Bro, I'm just gonna start getting these emails with the subject like dating application. So
It's
it's gonna
fine.
be like, what the fuck's going
Tell
on?
Sam
Dude?
to phone me. Okay. And I'll tell her she can move in here with Ben.
No, don't take my Benny boy.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Or my wife. Fuck, dude.
You heard that
can't do
first.
that.
Sammy doesn't care about
Dude,
you anymore.
she can do so much better, dude. Oh my god.
That was my favorite thing when you in Rocket League, when you were like, yes, the power of friendship. And you were like, I'm done now. My wife's going to divorce me and I'll never find another woman to love me ever
Never.
again.
I'll never convince another woman to love me, dude.
Oh,
Never ever.
fuck, it's
Like
such a
I'm
laugh
punching
that
so
night.
far away above my weight. The only reason she agreed to date me is because she had poor eyesight and low self-esteem.
Ah, fair enough.
And that's when you
And
got
now?
to attack.
How's her eyesight?
She'll owe me money if we get a divorce.
Yeah, fair
so
enough.
I'm like we're in a position where she can't leave me.
Yeah, okay, fair
She
enough.
can't afford it.
That's a good place to be in
Yeah.
for you, at least. Sorry, Sam. You fucked now.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay. Scottish Wonderland.
How fucking
you
how
see
fucking
that?
terrible.
Everybody, like,
Oh
at
my
first,
God.
the first thing I saw of it was the Breaking Bad meme where
Yes.
it had the Oompa Loompa lady and then it said like Oompa Loompa. Yeah, but it was just the Breaking Bad sound. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, when you're like too busy to actually like I saw it in passing and then I was like, I'm actually too busy to go Google this right now, but I'll do it later. Never did it later until tonight when I was sitting there on
my
TikTok
God,
or this afternoon and I saw a video about it. What?
Did you see that
The
they just
fuck?
created a demon dude that lives in the walls?
Yes, the
person that hides
chocolate-
behind the mirror.
Yeah, the evil chocolate scientist.
Yeah.
And he literally just gets up and like shakes his head.
And the one kid's like,
what the
"Oh,
fuck?" Yeah.
did you hear what they got? What the kids got there?
No. Oh, yes, yeah. Jelly tots and
They got one
orange
jelly
juice.
bean.
One jelly bean.
One jelly bean.
What was the fucking budget for
juice.
this?
Not that much.
Obviously.
Did you see it?
But it looked like a little warehouse.
It looked
You know,
like a school set.
I was going to say, you know what it
and their
looked like?
parents were the actors.
It looks like they got like old decorations from someone's birthday party or like a school play and they set it up
'Cause they
and
weren't
with like
related.
black curtains, dude. And it was just like shit randomly.
Did you see
everywhere,
the
with,
backdrop where
like,
you could take a photo? It was a
white
little
wind-
poster on the wall.
But the problem is,
Did
it
you
was
see
just, yeah, but it was just like bright white warehouse lighting, like down lights.
Yeah.
It's gross. It
Flat
makes you
roof,
feel
yeah.
uncomfortable. Flat roof.
Yeah.
Like even all the posters and the adverts were all fucking AI generated art by the looks of things.
Dude, but that backdrop where people could take photo fucking had me in stitches.
Yeah.
Because it's literally like a poster you pull out of the U magazine.
Yeah. And
It
they
was
just stuck down-
maybe at most it was probably A2 size.
like, what did they
And then
think?
people stood in front of it. It is so funny because the photos of people where that's only covering like half of their bodies.
Yeah.
Or people are taking up close photos.
Yeah.
So it's like they're crouching, so it's just their faces and this poster behind. Dude, it is so funny.
I can't believe it.
Like,
Like,
look it up if you haven't. Like, that shit is so great.
but this is my thing, is that like
I love that, dude.
how did they think they were going to get away with it?
I'm glad they went for it, dude. I'm so glad they went for it.
Like, I'm glad, but at the same time, like if they were
I
trying
didn't
to
pay for it, dude. I don't give a
No,
shit.
no, yeah, but I mean, if they were trying to take the piss, they did it well. Like, this is the thing. It's like, you know, like we were talking about t-shirt ideas and shit like that. And like, that's taking the piss. Like, there's a certain line of taking the piss that one can get away with.
That's
But then
so
when you
funny,
get to
dude.
that, you're actually like, you actually, like, as soon as kids get involved, then
Dude, I love how-
you're upsetting people.
There was probably like a Decorex or something before because they just left like the like stand
Fucking
dividing up.
curtains, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like curtains and like these like pieces of like
Random
board.
Corex board to separate like stands and stuff. Like at a
I
conference.
love them so much, dude.
Dude.
I hope they tour here, dude.
Yeah.
I would honestly, if I was the organizer of that, I would embrace it, and I'd be
well,
like, I'd do a world tour, and
there
I'd
was-
embrace it because you know how many like
Yeah.
now it's a meme.
Yeah,
Now
but
people
that's
will
it. People
go,
will
dude.
go view that. That's the
People
thing.
will go.
So even if they make a refund on all of their
Oh,
things
dude, the
here,
publicity's
I
huge.
mean on all of their things in England,
Yeah.
and they make a fucking fat loss there. If they can find the credit, I promise you, to tour the world,
Dude, they would do so well.
make such a killing
I'd go,
because people love the
100%.
cringe. People love the cringe.
Bro, I would stand in front of that person and take multiple.
yeah,
photos.
dude. But this is the thing. Like
I think
love
it's
the
so
cringe
funny,
now.
dude. I almost want to like now buy a standard Comic-Con
Yes.
and then have where they have those TikTok rooms and all of those. We have like
Yeah.
an Instagram room where people can take like backdrop photos,
But it's just like A4 pictures.
dude, A4,
Yeah,
like
that's
nothing
it.
more.
Yeah,
and it's
or-
just there against the wall, and there's
Yeah.
a shitty light, and
Yeah.
it's like it'll definitely shine off your forehead. It's like too bright.
Yes.
And it's just going
When
to
it's-
like
yeah.
saturate the photo.
And it's like too white
yes.
that it makes you feel uncomfortable, like a hospital.
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
It's
yeah,
actually
yeah,
a heat lamp for like
Yeah.
a lizard.
Exactly, yeah. Like a white phosphorus lamp. Yeah. It's actually an old white phosphorus lamp. It's fucking gross, dude. But that's it. Like, I just saw that and I was like, what the fuck
I
is
can't
actually
believe it,
going
dude.
on, dude?
Did
Oh.
you think they got up that morning and like when they pulled on that makeup, there's like actors and stuff, they're like, this is my big break today, dude. Like, this is fucking good.
Well, I hope people show. Like, the way that woman was standing behind the counter, I was
She
just like,
looked like death.
she looks so
She
defeated.
hated herself, dude.
Yeah.
But do you think that was from the moment she arrived and she's like, this is fucked? Or do you think like she saw the
Surely-
disappointment on people's faces?
No, so this is my thing, is that like I'd like to believe that she wasn't necessarily involved in the organization.
No, definitely not. The
That
actors and
she-
actresses have already been like,
Yeah.
like there's been parents that went and said like, okay, the whole thing was dog shit, but the actors and actresses were so good. They
Yeah,
were
exactly. They
were
tried, yeah.
enthusiastic. Yeah.
But that's exactly it, because there was an interview with the organizer, and all he said was like,
Come to Fire Festival Part 2.
yes, yeah. That he was like, well, you know, the artistic vision I had didn't quite come to life.
Dude, that guy's not
Sorry?
an artist, dude.
The artistic vision you had didn't quite come to life.
I don't know. I mean, I
That's-
can appreciate it, dude.
What did he spend as a budget? $50, dude.
Dude, there was
Hey,
not much.
$50 and all that polystyrene
That was
decoration
done on a
there
backer
from
buddy, dude.
Hermes, dude.
There was a backer buddy.
Bro, not even. That was off of his mom's credit card. I'm telling you, that
He
is
maxed it out
wild.
quick.
Wild.
That's so funny, dude. I love them for it. Personally, I think it's the greatest thing that's
It's
happened in
fucking
2024.
ballsy. It's ballsy, dude.
It's the fucking
so
best, dude.
ballsy.
The
But
amount
this
of
is the
memes
thing.
that came out of that already.
But this is it. Maybe he did it on purpose as like a meme generation sort of like, yeah.
I
don't know.
want to doubt it,
But I
I
wanna
really
believe
want to
it.
believe, dude.
I do.
I really
also,
do.
I also hope that it is something like it, because then that's just fucking genius,
It's
actually.
fucking amazing.
Because like you're not actually then taking advantage of people. You're actually just making money. I mean, it's at the end of the day.
Just a
fucking hell.
fucking swindler, dude.
Oh no, that's
Charlie
so
and the
great.
jelly bean, dude.
Charlie's jelly bean.
One jelly
Would you like a jelly bean, little girl?
Please bring back that bottle. We got to refill
Yeah.
it for the next child.
Please bring the weak Oros back.
Yeah. One suck. You have one lick of the jelly bean on one side, and then please mark it
And then
so
also,
you can wash it.
yes, stick it down, and then also please make sure you take just a sip of the Oros for the flavor and spit it back.
Yes, please don't put your lips on that. There is a spit bottle there that will recarbonate.
Yes, yeah, just smell it first. So gross, dude. So gross.
Talking about spitting,
Hey,
what
my
whiskey do you
man.
have us? What do we have?
So today, I don't know if we have actually had this. I doubt we haven't had it on the podcast. We have
no,
had
no.
it before.
Yes.
So you can see this is a Benriach. It's quite interesting to see the color difference actually
Dude, I was
from when
about
the
to say, I
when the
thought they were
bottle's
too
full.
different.
No, from when the bottle's full. And it's just sort of a light
yeah.
diffusion thing. It's quite interesting.
That's
though.
really interesting.
But yes, Benriach, this bottle I actually probably got for my birthday last year, and this is my new bottle. It's a really, really nice whiskey, I must say, for the price. 12-year-old. They've got a. Ooh, let me. Ooh, that one sounded
yeah.
like. Oh, that's
bit deep,
dry,
dude.
dude. So dry. So this one's got a smokier brother, if you will, called the Smoky 12, which I actually prefer, but this is a fucking good whiskey. That sounded like a pee in the middle of the night, actually.
Why were you
That
peeing
was-
on the side of the bowl
Sorry,
there for
I
a bit,
couldn't
dude?
help it. Have you seen that one where it's like my brother when I'm peeing on the side of the bowl? It's like it zooms out and it's like his breakfast. Fucking hell. That sound was almost identical to the first one.
It's do you know what that sounded like? It sounded like you stood on your tippy toes this time,
Yeah,
dude.
like when you know there's more. Okay, so yeah,
It's got a bit of a
very wine
yes.
port. Like it's a very sherry almost smelling whiskey.
Sherry is such
Smells
a
lot
good
like
call,
sherry.
dude.
Yeah. So I'll pull
Yeah,
up the whiskey notes. Like I say, this is, I mean, as you can see, it's the dregs of a bottle. So I have drank this before. I've never like gone through the tasting notes, but what's really nice is right on the bottom they actually put the tasting notes in a nice
that's
little
cool, dude.
thing for you. So this is their official tasting notes.
Do you want to read the back first? Because we normally.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I usually start with the story.
I've got you.
3 casks matured for at least 12 years in a sherry casks, bourbon barrels, and port casks. So it's got all 3 of those nice mature flavors. The whiskey from each cask is then expertly married together to create a smooth, sherry-rich, single malt, layered and baked fruit, maple honey, and cocoa perfectly finished balance with a lingering sultana and spiced mocha finish.
Sure.
Shit, that's actually probably the nicest description of a whiskey I've ever heard.
Dude, it's so nice.
It's really nice and it's very sweet on the nose. Very, very
It's
sweet.
super sweet. And I definitely get that like wine.
The wine, sherry, and
Sherry.
port. So for me, it does taste like a Christmas pudding. Like a little bit of pudding.
A little
Put a little pudding.
What about a little pud?
What about real spice for a little pudding?
A little pud.
So the nose is maple, honey, cocoa, and forest fruits.
Forest fruits.
Yeah, the smoke
The
level.
first time I've seen that, yeah.
Smoke level is null. I mean, it's not smoky. It's a little. I
feel-
wouldn't say peaty, but it's.
No, I feel like
well,
you can find a smokiness.
you can
a
yeah. If you
peatiness.
search hard enough, but
Yeah.
I think that's from the barrels that it's aged in. Yeah.
It's not a peaty whiskey.
And then the palate is maraschino cherry, baked orange, hazelnut, and spiced mocha.
Baked orange is interesting.
Yeah, the baked orange, I get that baked
Yeah.
orange. It's like a very
As soon as you
mulled
said it, I
wine,
could taste it. Yeah.
like a mulled wine, sort of like a glue vine sort of
yes,
taste.
dude, glue vine is such a good description. The Christmassy. It's got like all those elements.
It is quite
so
spicy though.
Mm.
It is very spicy. I will say that much actually. So let me find it on whiskey to see what the community notes are. But yeah, like I say, Benriach 12 year. They do have others. They've got the 10 year, the Cape Storm 12, the 16 year, Aromaticus Fumosus 12 year. They've got a 20 year. There's some really, really nice ones actually. I've only had the Smoky 12 and this one called the 12. Let me see. What is? It's not. Is it not on here? Interesting. Very interesting.
Can you add whiskies to that?
I don't think so. Oh no, here. Okay. So there's the Smoky 12, the 2020 bottling. Then there's the 21. Then there's the 12. Then there's the Smoky 12. Oh, here's the 12, 2020 bottling. Okay. Okay, so yeah, 46. So it's just a little bit higher than normal proof, sort of thing. Okay, so this is what the wheel looks like, sort of thing. Just to give you
it's
an
quite
idea.
balanced,
It
to be
is,
honest.
but it's
It's a couple of big
floral,
sides.
spicy, fresh fruit, sherried, honey, raisins, caramel, vanilla, sweet. So almost exactly what they tell you. Yeah, pepper. Actually, I didn't think
with
of the
that
pepper, but yeah.
spiciness or like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to
But
describe
it is. It's like a mulled wine, like herbal spice. Yeah. Fresh fruit, raisins, sherried, and port. Yeah, that comes out about right. And then the finish is spicy, pepper, sherried, port, and honey. That pepper
Pepper is
actually
really
is.
good.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to explain that spice, but it is. It's like a black
Peppery,
pepper,
yeah.
black pepper spice. Yeah. Ooh, it is actually really good, I must say. Oh yeah, just a little bit of water. I think the water opens it up quite nicely. It soothes the pepper
dude,
taste a lot. That's
It does. It really does. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Oof,
Yeah.
It's really good.
That is actually, I must say.
It's really
Like
nice.
I say, this one, the Smoky 12 is always also nice. And then last week Thursday, I had a Lafroig Select.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, when I say that is also one of the PT, one
proper.
of the more PT motherfuckers that is, it's sort of almost got, sorry. It's got the same as like it's almost got the same smoke level as like a smokehead or a, what's that other one?
Peat Monster.
Peat Monster, that's it, yeah. Very similar to that, but without sort of making an effort around it. Like it's quite effortlessly PT, which is really nice. But yeah, like
what's
I say,
the one we had on your birthday? Was Wizard of Oz's birthday last Friday? You guys are probably going to be listening to this on a Monday.
Monday.
So it was the Friday before the Friday last week.
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, 'cause we're going into the future,
It's
yes.
23rd, yes, yeah.
Okay.
So it was the 23rd of February was my birthday.
That's the easiest way to say it, yeah.
So I got quite a couple of whiskeys actually. I got a Scarabus from my brother. Then I got this Benriach from my folks. Then from Brittany, I got a
You gotta
tequila,
pronounce it.
really, El Rojo Rooster,
Yes.
the Red Rooster tequila that
What's
you
that
thought looked
whiskey
like
that-
flowers.
Yes. Oh, what's a whiskey we had? on your
Bahuna
birthday? Yeah, it's like
I
sounds
don't
like
know.
that.
It's like Bahunabon or something.
Bahana or something.
No, it's like it's a weird Scottish. I don't actually know, but it means the
Bahana.
smokestack. Yeah, the
smoke-
smokestack.
Oh, I thought you said the smoked snack.
Hey, my boy.
Hey, yo.
There's
That was really nice though.
It was actually. There's one that I'm trying to get my hands on, called Barbecue by Ardbeg, and that apparently it tastes like you're licking a bra
Oh, really?
after you've had sweet ribs on it.
Ooh.
Hey,
I like peaty whiskies.
yeah,
It's
so
like
do I.
smoky's
Smoky and peaty
delicious.
whiskies, I'm keen.
I
But
think
yeah.
people miss out on so much because the peatiness brings through a different flavor profile. It's almost like every time you take a sip, the flavor profile develops.
It does. It
So you
does.
get
Look,
past that
I mean,
smokiness and
I
it's
don't
just like-
blame people. This is
No,
the
no,
thing,
me
like,
neither.
It's all sort of what your taste profile, what you aim for. Like I aim for the smokier whiskeys because it's just what I enjoy. I like smoked flavors, sort of thing. Even in meats and stuff like that, I really enjoy smoked flavors. So that's what I aim for. But I mean, even like this Benriach for me, it's bold enough that it's not like it doesn't have to be smoky that it's good, but the smoky 12 is fucking good. Yeah.
I feel like people that don't drink a lot of whiskey would think this is peaty.
Yes, but that's the mistake. So just because it's bold, it doesn't mean
mean it's peaty, no.
yeah. Or it doesn't mean that it's smoky either. It's just
It's
yeah.
delicious.
It really, really is actually nice and sweet, nice and round. Actually, I must say.
Good.
I think there's
nectar.
been like maybe one or two whiskeys that haven't been ideal. If anything, it's just been that 1880, that Wordplus 1880. That wasn't so lekker.
Oh, what we've had.
Yeah, on the podcast. I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I drink them all.
Yeah, no, of course.
But like if we had to look at
if there's one that goes-
the experiences we've had, like
some
there
go
were two
down
that
like
were
razor
like,
blades,
yeah.
but others go
very
down really
ethanol.
well.
These ones, yes.
Yeah, I must say this one's very good. That silky that we had was
Dude.
really good. So I must say I'm really chuffed. Actually, we've tried a lot of whiskey
This is
so
really,
far.
yeah, and they've all been yours. Thank you. If anybody wants to sponsor
That's okay.
whiskey, you can send one to us. You can send us a little bit of. You can PayPal us, and we can order off of. A
Yeah,
liquor
actually,
store.
yeah,
And,
that's true.
We can
Norman
give you an address, and
Goodfellows.
you can order it and
Yeah.
deliver it.
That would be amazing. Yeah,
If anybody is part of like a alcohol store, like a liquor store, or
Yeah.
part of like a whiskey, whatever, like you can send us tasters, whatever it is. Like we'll definitely include those. It'll be fucking dope.
I like that idea a lot. Actually, Norman, if you're listening, my boy.
Good fella, that guy.
Yeah, he's a good fella.
He's a
yeah,
good fella.
schmarky, mate.
Yes.
What if we open up our own bottle store and we call it Lekker Liquor?
Liquor.
Lekker Liquor. Hey, my boy. Lekker Liquor. Lekker Liquor. I think
Liquor,
that'll be a good one.
man.
Yeah. Just buy me a drink first. Okay. But yeah,
That's
I
cool.
must say that was really, really lekker. And thank you for the chats.
Thank you, man. That was really
No.
cool. Do you have like a profound thought or like a crazy fact
So-
to end?
Not crazy fact, but you know what? This week, actually, with us doing maxes, I felt like a massive dip in motivation yesterday, I must say, and frustration. And I sort of had to look at the weightlifting thing and think to myself, well, am I doing it for the numbers? Like, it's nice. Obviously, I mean, it's amazing to see progress in what you're doing. But sometimes you have to take a step back and think about why you started doing something. And then, especially when you hit like a roadblock and you've got to look at a different way of approaching it to get to your goal. So you've always got to think about why you started it. So I started it because I didn't feel like doing CrossFit, but I really enjoyed the weightlifting. So I started doing the weightlifting again for my health. And at the end of the day, as long as I'm moving every day, doing a little bit, then that means that I'm doing what I set out to do. Okay. So yeah, so I did have a bad day yesterday in terms of not getting maxes, but at the same time, it's like I stood back and I was like, well, did your technique improve? Yes. On a lighter weight, it did. So that means there's a win there, 100%. And I just came to this like realization that nobody's going to motivate you more than somebody else. So nobody's going to make you more. Sorry, nobody's going to motivate you more than yourself at the end of the day. So you have to know why you did something and try and motivate yourself to get to that goal.
It's so important. There's something that you're mentioning there that I'm like so hell bent on, and that's comparison.
Yes.
So it's like a numbers guy.
Yes.
With any business, whenever we're doing coaching, when I'm doing like content creator coaching, it's all about like setting up a strategy. And the importance of a strategy is because you're setting an expectation. When you've got an expectation and you do something, now you've got a measurement.
Yes.
You either did better than you expected, and you'll be able to find out why, because this is what you expected, and this is what happened. Or you did worse, but this is what you expected. This is what happened. So what went wrong? What changed? Was your expectation wrong, or did you not follow the plan?
Yeah, you have to have a trackable metric. Otherwise, it's just your opinion. Important. That's the thing.
So important.
So that's so it's easy with like weightlifting because you've got your numbers on your 1 rep maxes, and it's like.
But then you got your technique. You've got all of these things.
But
like
you see,
when you go into gym, you know how much you can push that day. You're like, oh, I can pick up this amount, and if you can't, you go, what was different?
Well, that's
my nutrition, my sleep. There's so many factors,
and fatigue,
but you can identify it because you've got a base.
But that's why, like yesterday, by the end of the day, I was just like, well, I was here, I showed up, I did my 1 rep max, I still did better in terms of technique than I did previously.
Yep.
And I'm also feeling fatigued, so it's not like I'm really well rested or anything like that. So you know what, the next time, just take it easy before, I guess. So
you did your thing.
And you?
This is one I saw earlier this week, and I was scrambling to try and find it. But your brain is constantly eating itself.
Yes, I've heard about this before.
Yes. So the process is called phagocytosis.
Okay.
I think it's phagocytosis.
Is it double G?
PHAGOCYTO. Phagocytosis. Phagocytosis, where cells envelop and consume smaller cells or molecules to remove them from the system. Don't worry, phagocytosis isn't harmful, but actually helps preserve your grey matter.
Yeah, that's quite interesting, actually. So your brain's basically getting rid of redundant shit in order to keep you healthy.
It's combining. It's almost like it's eating the smaller things to grow.
Yes, yeah.
That makes
your
me feel fucking weird.
Dude. Yeah, I can actually feel that now at the back of my head.
I can see it. Oh, G-brain.
That's why my hair's starting to disappear, dude.
Yeah, my brain ate all of that as well. It started with the hair.
I'm so hungry.
Like spaghetti, dude.
Sucked it in. Where did the hair go?
Where does the hair go? You want to know.
I'm pretty sure we've said that like in every podcast, every episode.
There's also a couple of things we have to mention before we end the podcast. Drake's penis.
For Rushka, shout out to Rushka. No, I'm not going to sing it. I promised. I promised future Oscar that I wouldn't sing it, and past Oscar, because he sang it a lot.
Thank you so much for hosting us. Thank you for the pizzas.
No, thank you.
Delicious. That tuna mayo pizza, very interesting.
It looked so bad when I opened the front. I thought, oh, this is fucking tuna mayo. This is gross. But it was actually chicken mayo, which I don't know if it was much better. But
I don't know. If you put it in your mind that it's tuna mayo, it tastes like tuna mayo. But I ate it, dude, because it's pizza.
Yeah, I mean,
can you really make a bad pizza? It's actually just bread.
I mean, you can. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you can have something that's unpleasant, but it's basically bread.
Yeah, but you can fuck it up, like raisin and cinnamon bread.
That's good, dude.
No.
I fucking like it.
How old are you? You probably like rum and raisin ice cream as well.
I like it.
You see?
That was how I used to get drunk as a child.
Yeah, you're a fucking old person, dude.
No, I used to, dude, my grandparents used to buy it for
I'm gonna go home and have my rum and raisin while I watch the 11 o'clock news.
While I watch Days of Our Lives.
Yeah. So, while I watch Goalie reruns on the decoder.
Get the rum and raisin barrel.
I remember when Super Spotcast does nothing.
Come, it's prime time.
Make sure the decoder's on 7.
Ozzy, thank you. I will see you next week.
No, see you on Saturday.
What's happening?
We're gonna go fetch peppers from Dean.
Oh shit! Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for that.
I don't know. I'm bringing gloves with so that I don't
He's got
handle
ghost
those things
peppers
fucking
and-
raw, dude. And you're gonna go for a wee and touch a tootie and hurt your hips again, dude.
Yes, I'm gonna give birth.
To what?
A bloody stool.
Carolina Reaper.
Carolina
Reaper. I actually think he's got another tank there, and this is how he's lured us to help us move the tank over.
Yes, as we moved 2 tanks over the man's house.
But the second one, we did it really well. The first one, we did it
The
in
first
a
one,
difficult way. But once we had that method down, it worked.
my
Like
back hasn't recovered.
mine has, but I just, if we go there and I see another drum, I'm just going to carry on driving past.
Yeah.
Mm,
I'm actually just gonna put a hole in it.
Mm.
But he's not watching and be like, oh, Dean, did they deliver it like this?
Why is there
Is
a
it
crack in
supposed
the
to be
side?
like this?
Yeah, why is there a giant crack in the
That's
side?
really weird.
And a drill. Why is there a drill stuck
Why
in
is
the
your
side
dog
of this
inside
thing?
this thing, dude? I think we have to cut this open.
What's that little Timmy fell down the well? Oh, but thanks so much, Sue.
Thanks, man.
Have a lovely one.
Yeah. What's our question? I mean, I guess like we're just going to
Shit.
keep on asking these questions, but maybe we should ask everybody, what would you ask?
Yes, yeah.
An
What would
alien.
you ask a sentient or super powerful sentient being or alien?
If they were
Yes.
more advanced than you, and then if you were more advanced.
Yes,
Then-
both of those. So if
yeah,
you
yeah.
were more advanced than a race, and if you got into contact with both the one that you're most advanced or more advanced than, and the one that's more advanced than you.
Yeah. Go back in the podcast and answer those questions, I guess.
Milkshakes. What flavor milkshakes?
I thought you said milk sex.
Hey.
I was going to say, let's
Milk
pick it up
me
next week.
sex, milk me harder.
Okay. Drake's penis.
Hey.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Bye.
Podcast.